Welcome to the Boulevard Home Game of the Week on the Fan Sports Network.
Punishing runner.
Into the end zone, touchdown.
Big hole up the middle. 15, 10, 5, touchdown.
For a touchdown.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome on in. It is your Boulevard Home Game of the Week here on the Fan Sports Network. We are so excited to be back with some action for you in high school sports here in Region 9 in Southern Utah. Caden Formaster here on the broadcast and Keith Curtis alongside me here as we're getting ready for some Snow Canyon Warriors versus Stansbury action. And this game has definitely been anticipated, if anything, just because it's the first.
Well, not only is it the first, but you got a really nice matchup here week one. And, you know, everybody's excited this time of year, Ken. You go through the long, hot summer, and here it is. Week one's finally here, and you finally get some questions answered. Who can play, who can elevate their game at the varsity level. It's going to be a lot of fun tonight to see that.
Absolutely, absolutely. Well, we are very excited again to be hopping into this game with you here tonight from Snow Canyon High School. Snow Canyon, again, here in Game 1, seen a lot of changes throughout the offseason, so we're excited to see what those changes bring. But before we get into all of that, I want to thank some of our great local partners here for you, bringing us the action. Our pregame is brought to you by our great partners with Bucks Ace Hardware, Down East, Honolulu Grill, and Finley Subaru. As we hop on into the action here tonight, we want to thank some of our great sponsors there and all of our sponsors that help make this possible to bring you our local high school sports. Snow Canyon, starting off here tonight. You know, they got a fresh look at quarterback, bringing in some new receivers, a couple of new receivers. A lot of them still sticking around, though. This offense is bringing back just a few new pieces here and there, but just enough that it's going to be important for them to find their way to be in sync.
Yeah, it really is. It's all going to start with Joe Smith, the new quarterback for Snow Canyon. Doesn't have hardly any varsity time, especially under center. So a lot of it will go how he goes tonight. And I wouldn't be surprised if they try to just start him off by, running the ball a little bit more and before they let him really just let it loose. And, for Stansbury, they returned their quarterback from last year, had over 2,400 yards, 22 touchdowns, only 9 interceptions, and they've got a dynamic receiver as well. So it's going to be, I think we're going to see some fireworks tonight. I'm excited.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, both teams, again, have now left the field as Snow Canyon's coming back on in the top right corner. Can't quite see him coming into your screen just yet, but they're wearing the navy blues with the white pants tonight, so we're excited to see them in action again, just with everything being through the off season. It's nice to just get back into some action.
It really does. You mentioned it's the long delay. The summer just seems to drag on. It's hot. It's 115 degrees here, and we want something to look forward to, and it's finally here. Week one of the high school season, and from now until mid-November, it's going to be a lot of fun and a great ride. So I'm looking forward to it.
Absolutely. We're going to take a short break here as we are inside of the pregame show built by Bucks Ace Hardware, and we come back look at some of the keys to the game here for both of these teams, and looking forward to the action here tonight inside of our Boulevard Home Game of the Week. More coming up right after this.
Create your own relaxing, comfortable space. Boulevard Home offers the guaranteed best prices on furniture, appliances, mattresses, and more. And buy with no interest financing. Shop Boulevard Home, because home is who we are.
Need an appliance or two? AWP's got you. Check out the remodeled expansive showroom, highlighting the Cafe series with colors like matte black, matte white, and modern glass. Make your kitchen stand out. Come see the local boys at AWP across the freeway from the Bloomington Walmart.
You could wander around a warehouse store forever and never find the one thing that could make all the difference. A helpful face? Now that's something to consider. Everything your local Bucks Ace stands for is written on our faces. Welcoming, neighborly, knowledgeable. When you're in need of a helpful face, visit one of our 3 Southern Utah locations.
Today's game is brought to you by Boulevard Home, Wilkinson's House of Lighting, Coral Canyon Golf Course, and City of St. George Recreation.
Hey, it's Marco from Coral Canyon Golf Course inviting you to play the course with the best backdrop in Southern Utah. Make sure you get out and experience great golf for a great price at Coral Canyon. Visit coralcanyongolfcourse.com or call us at 435-688-1700 for your tee times.
We love giving back to our community, and over the years, we have provided vehicles for families in need, supported local charities, and helped train our first responders. Dealer Collision, your place for collision repair.
Down East is proud to offer our beautiful collection of high-quality furniture designed to elevate your space and make a statement. From stylish sofas and dining tables to cozy bedroom collections. If you're starting fresh or looking to upgrade, Down East has everything you need to create the home you'll love.
Today's game is brought to you by Appliance Wholesalers Plus, Bucks Ace Hardware, Dealer Collision, and Finley Subaru.
Welcome back in here to the action from Snow Canyon High School. It is your Boulevard Home game of the week. Boulevard Home making your house home for 50 years here in southern Utah. Now let's hop in, Keith, to, again, a little bit of the action here by talking about our Everbowl keys to the game. Now let's start with Snow Canyon, the home team. They are, again, replacing some different guys. One of those on the defensive side is Ryder Holt, who was an absolute beast this last year.
Yeah.
He transferred out, so didn't show up here for us this year, which is okay. You know, you got to do what you got to do. But he's definitely going to be sorely missed on that defensive side. I think one of the keys here is just trying to replace him in some way.
Yeah, he was a main cog in that defense last year, just a stud. And yeah, that's what the week one's all about, right? It's about, okay, who's going to fill last year's key spots that had to either, left or graduated. And it'll be interesting to see how they fill that. And, the other key, I think, is the quarterback. We kind of mentioned that. He's brand new to his senior. He is a senior, but he is brand new, hasn't started a varsity game. And so how he goes, well, the offense will go, in my opinion. So it'll be interesting to see if they, work with him to get him comfortable, or if they just let him come out and start slinging it.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting. We'll see what they bring here, and that is a big part of this right here. Is Joe Max Smith, right? He's kind of one of the big keys. And we saw him in basketball, and he, towards the end of the season got a lot more playing time, and if anything, that shows his dedication to athletics, right?
Yeah.
Shows that he's willing to put himself out there, and if, hey, by the start of the season things aren't clicking, he's going to find a way to get it clicking by the end of the season. And now here is the quarterback position for Snow Canyon. He's someone that I said before on our show earlier today. He has the mentality and the maturity to be a leader on this team, and that in itself, the intangibles, we'll call them, are so important, and I feel like that's what he has. Now I just want to see him throw a football.
Yeah, and I've heard a lot of good things about his leadership qualities, and the team has really gravitated to him as a leader, and they've done, been able to have a really good summer. So it's going to be interesting to see how he comes out, and once he throws that first interception or maybe mishandles a handoff or something, how he deals with adversity. It's going to be interesting to see how he does and how the team rallies behind him. But there's a lot of good players that are coming back, and if he can get the ball out to them and let them utilize their skills, they're going to be fun to watch.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, we'll see what they bring here tonight. And looking across the side of Stansbury, remember Stansbury beat this Snow Canyon team in week one of last year.
Yeah.
And with that said, Stansbury did lose some guys from their roster. So really we're seeing two complete different football teams. From one year to the next, you just never know. So that loss that you got last year, you just kind of have to put it in your back pocket if you're Snow Canyon and just keep on rolling here.
Well, again, you had new kids playing their first varsity action, week one. And that's the beauty of the first week of the season is you got to get those jitters and get caught up to speed and how much quicker the varsity level is. And Stansbury went all the way. I think they made it to the semifinals last year. Lost to, one up in Logan. It's not Green Canyon, but Ridgeline, I think is who it was that they lost to in the semis. And so they went a long ways, and their quarterback, he's coming back. They've got a stud receiver who's coming back. They've also got a big lineman over 334 pounds. He's a good run stopper. So they've got some guys that are going to be here that are going to be very formidable challenge for Snow Canyon tonight.
Absolutely, absolutely. Still can't get ready to run on the field here. As they get ready, we're going to take another short break. We'll be back right after this inside of our pregame show built by Bucks Ace Hardware.
Fabulous Freddy's is the locals' choice for a full-service car wash. It's fast. Have your car washed in just 20 minutes or less. Fabulous Freddy's always keeps it clean inside and out with 2 Southern Utah locations as well as in Vegas, Lehigh, and Sandy.
The opportunity to try to set this up too.
Okay, my roster is like, we've got a 2 out there as a captain, and they're not even on the roster. So.
I know, we're just going to have to do the best we can.
At Great Harvest, we believe in crafting more than just bread. We provide crisp, garden-fresh salads and savory sandwiches. Everything from garden-fresh ingredients to our signature handcrafted bread. Our friendly staff will guide you to find a meal that will leave you craving seconds. At Great Harvest, we truly provide something for everyone. And don't forget our baked goods. Satisfy your sweet tooth and finish your meal with a brownie or cinnamon roll. Come visit us at Great Harvest.
Everyone loves local sports and, of course, loves ice cream. And the best ice cream on the planet is Handel's Homemade Ice Cream. Open late every day of the week with dozens of delicious flavors. So after your favorite team wins, head over to Handel's to celebrate with locations in St. George, Layton, and Woods Cross.
Today's game is brought to you by Down East, House of Jump, UD and Associates, and Best Friends Animal Sanctuary.
And we are back here at Snow Canyon High School, getting ready for kickoff inside of your Boulevard home game of the week. And again, I just can't talk about how excited I am to get back into some live local sports. It's been so long this summer. As much fun as it is.
Both teams are getting energized and jacked, and, there's nothing like the first game of the year, and then you finally get to hit somebody other than, who you've been hitting all summer.
That's right.
And it's like, okay, that's why we play. So,
absolutely. Well, out there to kick right now, 34, Wyatt Oliver, I believe, is our kicker today here for Stansbury.
Yeah, folks at home, you're going to have to bear with us. We got a couple of different rosters, so we might mix a couple
we
people up.
We hope these are the right players, right guys we've got as it's taken up the middle. A little bit of a gap and some room to run. Tripped up just a little bit. There's JT Westbrook, but he gets all the way down just inside the 40, near the 40-yard line at the 39.
Yeah, those plays are numbered, so to just go down on the first play, that's tough.
That is tough. And again, they're going to take a knee here, and we'll wait to see exactly what it is. Now, again, he is on the sideline, but they do want to make sure that he's okay before they try to move him anywhere that's a little safer than where he's currently at. And again, I'm not sure exactly who it is, but I assume, just again, because I didn't see number 1 heading back out there, it's probably Archie Threlfall.
Yeah, I've been looking through the numbers out there, kid, and you're right, I can't find him, so I would just assume that that's who that is.
And, man, first play of the entire game, wow.
Well, and he took a little swing pass, and almost like a wide receiver screen almost, but when he got 5-6 yards down the field, he did get hit pretty good, but he must have twisted something because they're holding it. Looks like they're working on his right or left knee down there.
Well, we will keep it locked in right here for now as they continue to check. And it's tough to get a good look at exactly what they're working on with him down there from our angle. But I definitely don't envy any of these Snow Canyon players, fans, coaches. Again, there's 11:39 on the clock right now, so we are fresh into this ball game.
Oh, that's a good sign. They got him
He is up,
so.
but with limited pressure on that leg of his. So, and that is Archie. That's a massive loss right now with Archie limping off. They're going to hopefully maybe bring a cart over here for him. I know they've had a golf cart kind of running around. I see one down there on the track. Hopefully they can get him into a cart and get him into the locker room where they can take a closer look at that leg of his. It looks to be his right leg.
Boy, and he's not putting any pressure on it
No
at
pressure
all.
whatsoever.
Well, that just means the next man up for Snow College, or Snow Canyon.
We're not at that level. Well, taking the snap, play action up the middle. Kel Johnson takes it all the way up to about the 37-yard line before he stopped. What a good play there by Snow Canyon. Keep it rolling.
Yeah, they just faked the dive play, and Smith pops up, hits the guy. Wasn't the most prettiest throw, but he got him right on the numbers and was able to pick up good yardage for a first down.
And first down puts them again at the 37-yard line here. Going out to the near side, it's caught and hit. Going out of bounds with it is Ryder Entz for a short gain on the play, about 5 yards. They'll give him 5.
Yeah, that was a good solid tackle for Stansbury. That was number 8. That's Fiki Talia. And he came up and closed the gap real quickly. So very good job by him. But like you said, they did get 5 yards, so they're averaging, close to 5 to 7 yards every play so far.
About 4 yards on that gain on the quick hitter. He is 3 for 3 passing, by the way.
So second down, 6 to go.
To the sideline. Joe Max is under. What's the call? Now he gets a call.
Looks like he's audible and changing the play up.
And I like that from the young varsity quarterback here. Taking the handoff up the middle, not much room to go there. They give him a yard of forward progression, though.
Yeah, that was a great job that time by the Stansbury Stallions defensive line, number 76. He was right in the middle of that, and that's big. I think that's big number 70. Oh, it's 76, but it's Brock Ware, I believe, who made that tackle. He had some help, too, 3 or 4 buddies.
Let's now make it third down. Third and 5, looking to pass. Rush coming towards him. Pass out to that far side, overthrown, intended for JT Westbrook.
Yeah, he had him open. Westbrook it was a 15-yard out, and he had him, some space between him and the defensive back. It was just too far out in front of him. So our first big challenge here of the game, Caden, 4th and about 5. Looks like they're going to go for it.
Well, might as well. On 4th and 5. Let's see what they can bring here.
Well, you're kind of in between here. You can't kick you might have a kicker who can kick a 49-yarder, but then again, that's or a 42-yarder. That's a long ways for a high school kicker.
Well, and it's into the wind as well, so that's also to be remembered, but they do decide to just take a timeout. So with this timeout, we'll take one ourselves. Timeout's brought to you by UD & Associates. We'll be back right after this.
Asphalt. It's not something we think about much, except when it's in bad shape. At Holbrook Asphalt, we help cities, HOAs, and businesses avoid replacing painfully expensive roads and parking lots. To avoid the cost of replacing asphalt, you must effectively preserve it while it's still in good condition. University research has shown Holbrook Asphalt's HA5 slows asphalt aging by 67%. We make your pavement assets last longer, cost less to own, all while achieving higher property values. Visit holbrookasphalt.com to discover more.
House of Jump is Southern Utah's only indoor trampoline park and your only place to jump, dunk, and dodge. Head on over to our house, the House of Jump.
Today's game is brought to you by Everbowl, Back 9 Golf, Fabulous Freddy's, and Great Harvest Bread Company.
So here we go on 4th down. Going pass up the middle, overthrown, and that's going to do it for the offense on this drive. The pass was there, just overthrown.
Yeah, he had plenty of time. Smith did to look it over and found a guy. He did a nice little curl route, but he just skied it over him about 7 feet too tall. And so you get your first turnover on downs, and we get a look at the Stansbury offense now.
Yep, absolutely. Stansbury offense coming out right now, as you mentioned. We've got Coleman Dearden, quarterback here for Stansbury, senior.
Yeah, this is his second year starting, Caden, and like I mentioned in the pregame, he put up decent numbers, 22 touchdowns, only 9 interceptions last year, so that's good experience.
Going up the middle, out the edge, I should say, and it is overthrown, so heading into second down now.
Yeah, they put in the backup quarter, Brenton Rutzel, in the tailback spot, and they pitched it to him, kind of do a halfback pass, but he just overthrew the receiver going down the sideline. If he looked to the middle of the field, the inside guy was wide open. He could have had a touchdown, but as it was, it just sailed over his head, and second down.
Second down indeed, 2nd and 10. And again, we're, first game, still trying to work out some of the streaming kinks for you here. So again, we apologize if there's any sort of a delay in the action, as this was a run up the middle with a pretty good stop up the middle and stuffs them for only a 2-yard gain.
Yeah, that's just a good job up front. You had about 5 or 6 Snow Canyon Warriors right there to meet him after a really short gain, so that'll bring up a 3rd and long.
So 3rd and 8, ball sitting right now at the 34-yard line. Smack dab in the middle of the grid there. And we talked about this defense a little in our pregame. We wanted to know what they were going to bring here with some of these guys that needed some replacements, but they did a great job there of stuffing up the middle of the line and also covering that first pass on the first play. Here we go on 3rd down. Looking to the outside. Well overthrown again. Beautiful rinse.
Yeah, he was right
against the kicking team. So bring that 4th and 8 back a few yards, shall we? Led Ryder Ents a little too far along there.
Yeah, he's getting under some pressure there too. Stansbury had 2 guys barreling down on him. He tried to place it very close to some scary spots there, but just a little ahead of Ents, and they'll bring up a 3rd and long.
So here again with 3rd and 14. We've seen Smith overthrowing just a little bit. I want to see him just kind of settle down here, get the nerves out of the way, put one right into that pocket.
Yeah, he really could use one downfield.
He's got good blockers. One up and right there into his hands. It's dropped by Kel Johnson.
Boy, I think what happened there, Johnson lost concentration as Mason Maxwell came over from the corner position and almost should have picked it off, to be honest with you, Caden. But I threw off the timing there, so that'll bring up a 4th down, and Snow Canyon will have to punt. I think what happened.
Tough break there for the Warriors. It was a fairly well-placed pass, a little bit of defensive pressure, and that always throws you off. That always can throw you off as a receiver, and you just have to work through that pressure. Punt goes old. Got to be careful.
Okay, and it only netted about 20 yards, so if you're Stansbury, you got great field position. They got to be able to capitalize on this. We got 7:21 here in the first quarter. They got a great chance to get some points on the board.
Our roster, he keeps it himself, pushing it up the middle. Good chunk of yards there, taking it for 6.
That was a nice job on the RPO there. He went off the right side, found a crease between the guard and the tackle, got 6 yards there. And Dearden was their 2nd leading rusher last year. He had almost 400 yards. So he's not afraid to stick his nose in there and get some tough yardage. Boy, that was a great play that time.
Bars for Snow Canyon that they're bringing back in for last year, and really offensive.
Dearden had nowhere to go.
Devers
for Stansbury.
Out far and picked off.
There's 2 guys. I think it's going to go against Snow.
It'll be 15 yards against
downs.
Well, even the umpire had a hard time finding his hanky there because it came out really late.
Well, and that's what I had mentioned. I said, well, that's a late flag. Made me wonder if there was some sort of an illegal block after only a short gain.
Boy, that was a great tackle that time. I think
that was Max Reynolds again, if I'm not mistaken.
It was either Max or number 52. I'm trying to – but anyways, it was just he had a full head of steam and just got dropped in his tracks. Just a great tackle.
So we go 2nd down on the near side, one on the far, looking to hand it off, wrapped up immediately.
Had no chance. He lost 2 yards on where Stansbury couldn't. So 3rd.
We know that they're not afraid to put it up in the air as they throw a tight end on there. 2 on the right.
Boy, that looked like something that Rich should have got, but Dearden threw it a little bit hard I mean, you're 5-6 yards apart.
Very similar to what we're seeing on the other side. Just go for it on fourth down, right? Passing off to the left. It's a one-on-one play. It's in the air. Incomplete.
Boy, there was some hand checking going on there, Caden, but, pretty good coverage that time for Snow Canyon. That was number 20. That was Shakespeare. Mannix Shakespeare on the coverage.
It was good coverage, too. Yeah, there was a little bit of hand checking, but it wasn't egregious on one side or the other. They allowed, as you mentioned there with Shakespeare, he allows him to go up for the catch. He didn't hold his hands down or anything, allows him to go up for the catch. Just didn't bring it in.
No, wasn't able to bring it in. So, great. I'm glad they let it go.
I'm glad they let it go. It was a good play to let go. I like that play, too, from Stansbury. Roll out right, throw to the one-on-one coverage, which, technically is probably the better place to throw it as a one-on-one coverage. It was a good play, just well executed, just couldn't bring it in. Great defense by the Warriors.
Yeah, I agree.
Handoff up the middle, wrapped up immediately, but pushing through, powering through. Maybe a gain of a yard there.
Well, they're lucky to get a half yard out of that thing. Stansbury closed that down quickly. They had 3 guys in there. Big 99 in the middle there to just clog it up and had some help.
Brings in 2nd and 9.
About 8 minutes in the game here in the football season. No score between Snow
Currently, Mountain Crest Hurricane tied up 7 apiece.
Oh, wow.
Scoring update there brought to you by Nets on Fire. Across the field and just overthrown.
Boy, Smith going to get somebody hurt on that throw. That was intended that time for, looks like that was Ryder Ants, and that was high, and he exposed all of his ribs. He's lucky that that the defender, number 8, Fiki Talia, didn't lay him out.
Well, and that's one thing I want to start seeing here from Smith is just bringing that ball down. He's trying to get it over defense, and I appreciate that, right? But you just have to settle it in there, and he's yet to do that on, a few he has, but the majority of them have been just a little too high.
Yeah, it could be game nerves. It could be, a combination of the speed of everything, Caden. So it'll be interesting to see how he settles down.
And that's a great pass. He finds his intended receiver who takes it past the 45 for the first down.
Boy, that went through the other Talia, Gabriel Talia's hands. And that was a great throw and catch there for the first down.
And good ball movement, getting the chains going downfield. And now you're looking at pushing into Stansbury territory.
If he can get another one of those where he can complete a couple of these in a row, and then he'll settle down and show us what he can do.
So here we are on a Fabulous Freddy's first down. Smith takes a snap.
Was thrown low to not expose it. The nice thing about that throw, Caden, is it was not high.
And again, push it forward. Another first.
Backed off 10 yards, so they just reared up and threw it to him and let him get what he could. And
coffee anytime is a good.
Johnson Pediatric Dentistry, Sport Court, Scooters Coffee, and Holbrook Asphalt.
Fresh set of downs here. 1st and 10 for the Warriors. Going in action. Keeping himself going up the middle is Smith, and he rumbles through, pushes forward, and gets a solid gain there for the Warriors.
Yeah, nice hard run by Smith. Fakes the end around and goes off the left side. Got good penetration by the line up front and got 5-6 yards. So sets up a nice 2nd down and 4.5.
Get a decent gain of about 5 or 6 yards. 2nd down. There's a lot going on in that play. There was a couple.
Looking over to the side, getting the play from coach.
Players are got a little sunshine in their face.
They do. It's a warm, toasty one out there. Currently 100 degrees. So, you know what? When your kickoff is in the triple digits, it's definitely ball. Again, passed off into the short left side. A gain of 2 for the Snow Canyon Warriors.
Yeah, just a nice, easy throw out in the flat. Hit him in the numbers, and great coverage that time. That was the other Talia. That was Gabe Talia, who was able to get first contact and then was driven out of bounds by number 10. That was, I believe, well, I don't have a number 10, so we'll just call him number 10.
I like that. Yeah, these also the first game of the season, the rosters are usually not fully built yet as far as who has what jerseys. They might have been given their jerseys only 3 days ago.
That's
we don't
true.
know. So
That's true.
It does happen. Looking up the middle again on another running play here. Stuffed up after a short gain of only 2. Give him 4th and 1 here.
Boy, that was a nice job by Stansbury, number 45. I don't have him on our roster, but he did a nice job. Hit him right at the line of scrimmage, and then they were able to bring him down after a half yard. So here comes the next. We've already had 1 turnover on downs, Caden. Here's a 4th and, about a yard, half yard?
About that. We'll give them that. Sounds good to me.
I don't, but you know what?
So here on 4th and 1.
All right, here we go. 4th down.
Third time we've seen him go for it on 4th down between both of these teams. 2 for Snow Canyon, 1 for Stansbury. This is their second, of course, and let's see what they could do. It's handed off up the middle. That should be plenty, and it is 2-yard gain. Fresh set of downs. Fabulous Freddy's first down. So they're pushing into the red zone here.
Yeah, nice job up front by the offensive line. The guard and the tackle got a nice push down, just enough to get a crease, and they got 2 yards out of it. So fresh set of downs for Snow Canyon.
All our sponsors, and that is a Fabulous Freddy's first down, by the way. The ball right now at the 20.
So with ball now right around on the 22-yard line. Smith, he spins around, bounces off a couple of different. Big hit, though, coming in from, I believe that was number 44, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah.
It was number 44 of Stansbury. Gavin Long came in with a big old hit.
He came in and said, hey, I've been waiting all summer for something like this. Smith was able to elude one tackler, but Long just said, not today. Only got a short game of 1 and took him down hard.
2nd and 9 here for the Warriors. Smith pops right back up, though. I like to see the resiliency after taking a couple of knocks here. 30 seconds left to go in the first quarter. Snap away, looking to pass. Pressure coming towards him, but he's got a good open field in front of him. He's going to take it and push it forward. Takes a couple of hits. Maybe if past the 10-yard line there, I think they do give him the 9. First down.
Yeah, he got 9, 10, 11 yards, so they got 2 extras. So first down, Snow Canyon on the 11-yard line. It looks our 12-yard line. Looked like they could have called a hold as there was pressure coming from Stansbury, but a good job by the O-lineman just to ride him to the ground. And I think they're going to just let the quarter run out.
They will. So scoreless, 0-0 up on the Wilkeson's House of Lighting scoreboard as time now hits 0. We head into the second quarter when we return here on the Fan Sports Network.
When it comes to your child's teeth, Dr. Cody and his experienced staff at Johnson Pediatric Dentistry are game changers. So when it comes to checkups, a toothache, or any problem with your kid's teeth, call experienced veteran Dr. Cody Johnson at Johnson Pediatric Dentistry, 628-0511.
Nets on Fire is the place to hoop in Southern Utah. Elevate your game with group or individual training with elite coaching. Hustle to netsonfire.org to learn more and see why so many rising stars hoop at Nets. Nets on Fire, building champions on and off the court.
Red Rock Real Estate has over 200 professional realtors in the St. George area that specialize in the local market. Whether you're buying your dream home, looking for an investment property, or want to sell your home for the highest amount, the Red Rock Real Estate team is here to assist you. Get started now by visiting redrockrealestate.com. Today's game is brought to you by Boulevard Home, Handel's Ice Cream, Intercap Lending, and Red Rock Real Estate.
Second quarter on its way here. 12 minutes back on the board as we round off the first half. We switch sides of the field as the sun starts to set there. We got a pretty strong breeze coming off of the side right here off of this near side of the field. It's a little bit of crosswind here for them this evening.
Okay, and just a little score update. You got Pineview at Manti tonight, 7-7 in the first quarter.
All right, 7-7. Last I checked for Hurricane, it was also 7-7 against Mountain Crest. So a couple of 7-7 scores. This is a handoff and wrapped up immediately is Max Reynolds.
Yeah, good job by Stansbury.
Helmet taken off as well, so he's going to have to come sit on the sideline for a play.
Yeah, they are. He was wanting to get a face mask call out of it.
So Kenny did run one play, and Max Reynolds carried the ball. Problem is his helmet came off. Reynolds says, I got face mask. referee didn't agree with him, and so Reynolds will have to come out.
So we go to second down, loss of a couple.
Actually, it was not a gain. It was a loss of about 2 yards. So it'll be second down.
Second 12.
Sorry, Kate. Another score update. Dixie leading Springville 6-0 in the first quarter.
There you go, Dixie.
Quarterback for the Warriors, but trips to the right side.
That game going on just across town. Handoff, taking it to the near side, past the 10. Gets wrapped up and taken down at around the 7.
Boy, Kate, he got
Good run
around
there
the
by
corner.
Kel Johnson.
Yeah, I thought, man, he's going to score, but the good job by Stansbury to clog it up on the sideline. But, man, he got up about 5-6 yards, so that'll put up a third and manageable. 5 yards for the first down. They can get a first down inside the 2-yard line and get a new fresh set of downs.
That would be very nice. They can pull that off. I'm sure right here they're looking at it. They're inside the Red Rock Real Estate red zone, sitting at about the 6-yard line. I'm sure they're just looking to punch it in here. Two receivers on the right, one on the left. And looking play action, dumps it off to the tight end who came around, pushing through. I think he gets the first down there, Trayvon.
Yeah, Vaughn caught the ball, picked up really nice, hard-earned yardage, and it's going to be fourth and
short.
inches. Yeah.
Wow.
Vaughn, he's a young guy. He's a junior. He's got good size. Ran the ball really hard. Glad to see him get the ball to him. He's a big target.
It is fourth down. They spotted the 2. They've got to get to about the 1.5 to get that.
So we go fourth down.
And so that's what we're looking at right here.
Smith looking to the sideline, making sure to get the right play call. He's got, again, similar setup here. 2 on the right, 1 on the left. They go handoff to Reynolds. Reynolds getting pushed through by Smith, but not quite there.
I don't think he made it.
I don't think he made it either. Are they going to stop him up? And they are going to indicate.
Yeah, it's
short of the first
turnover on downs. That's the second one in this first half.
You know, they broke through for that first down conversion on the fourth down earlier, but they did not get it done this time. Closest we've seen to getting into the end zone tonight. We haven't seen a single score yet. Still scoreless here as we are a few minutes now into the second.
Yeah, that was a nice job by Stansbury. They got good pressure in the middle. He made one guy miss on the spin move, but was not able to get any further. And just like that, it's a turnover on downs, and Stansbury, they got 98 yards to go for a touchdown.
Here on first down. Again, from, like we said, the 2-yard line. I mean, it's a long field to go here for the Stallions. This offense has been moving the ball all right. Defenses find ways to stuff it up. Deere did. Similar play to what they did earlier. That's going to be
and they got him.
A catch. Wow.
What a great catch.
I thought they were maybe going to go for a pass interference call, but he put the brakes on and caught it, and no call needed. I mean, little bit of collision there, but just overall, an amazing catch.
Yeah, that was a great job to adjust back to the ball. Again, we don't have a name with the number.
No,
but
that's the downside right now. We only have a few numbers that seem correct, and that one touches the hands and falls out, so it'll be second down.
Well, that time Dearden tried to thread it to Rich, and he let him a little too far because he exposed the ribs. He took a shot. He's got to get that ball in tighter to him. Hey, another score update, Caden.
Sure.
Cedar at Richfield tonight. Richfield, the 3A defending state champion. They're up 14-6 on Cedar.
Quick scoring over there from both those teams.
Yeah.
So here on 2nd and 10. Dearden taking the snap, play action. He's going to run up the middle himself, tripped up immediately, but he falls forward for the gain of about 3.
Yeah, I think they're just trying to keep the defensive honest so they can do that run-pass option. That's what my guess is they'll probably set that up here for 3rd and 7.
They find themselves down 6-0. That's in the middle of the first quarter as Morgan strikes first. Morgan's a tough team.
9:24 left here in the first half of play. Coming up, the Great Harvest Bread Company halftime show. Going around to the side, not much room to run there for Brighton Rutzel.
Yeah, they brought the quarterback in, Caden. I don't know if Dearden got hurt but he was not in on that play. Curious to see if he bring him back in, but they're going to bring up 4th down, and they're going to kick it.
And smart right here.
Yeah.
You know, wise to kick it on a 4th and 5 inside of your own territory. Ball right now at the 38-yard line. So, yeah, definitely the right move to try to punt this one away. And the wind currently, again, it's not too windy, just a nice breeze out there.
Well, and the nice thing is they got it out from their own goal line if you're a Stansbury fan.
Give yourself room. It goes right straight up in the air. Falls down at the 50, and it's going to roll away. It's a good roll, actually. Give him about an extra 10 yards from where it actually landed. Puts him at the 41-yard line, where the Warriors will take control of it.
Okay, and that one went, I think, higher in the air than it did farther down the field.
It just about did. If it didn't, it was pretty close. So, again, fresh set of downs here. Here's the thing with our preseason games going on. We've got 7 different games that are going on here amongst Region 9, 6 of which, by the way, are being broadcasted on the fansportsnetwork.com. So if you are tuning into this one and maybe you want to check some of the scores or some of the highlights of some other games as well, you want to get all of your devices hooked up to different games. We got 6 of the 7. The only one is Desert Hills at Faith Lutheran that we do not have some sort of a link or connection to. So we do at the very least have 6, which is phenomenal coverage of our Region 9 teams here to start off in week 1.
We're keeping our guys back in the studio on their toes, aren't we?
Absolutely. Shout out to the guys in the Findlay Hyundai studio tonight that brought you the tailgate show. We got Blake and Junior that are in the Findlay Hyundai studio. Again, they're bringing you the pregame tailgate and the postgame Region 9 wrap up. So, timeout taken. We're going to take a quick one ourselves. More to come here on the other side on the Fan Sports Network.
Hi, I'm Jermaine O'Jegman from The Rink, and I'm inviting you to come out and skate The Rink. The Rink is the hot spot in town for big group events and kid birthday parties. We now have a karaoke room and retro skate night every Friday night. Visit skatetherink.com to learn more and let the good times roll at The Rink.
Hey, it's Luke with Udine Associates at American Family Insurance. At Udine Associates, we love insurance so you don't have to. With a quick call, we can get you an instant quote with the right coverages. My team of licensed agents are ready to help you with better insurance from American Family. Give us a call at 435-251-9102.
From bold statements to subtle compliments, Wilkinson's House of Lighting will help you more fully enjoy all the different spaces in your home. Stop in and see what's new at Wilkinson's House of Lighting, a proud sponsor of Region 10 Athletics.
.902 on the Wilkinson's House of Lighting scoreboard. Fresh set of downs here, 1st and 10. The Warriors take control. Smith looking to pass. He's going to go upfield with it. Wide open. It's caught down to the 15-yard line. Kel Johnson.
Now that was a nice pass there, Caden. It was right on the numbers up the
Warriors take
seam, and
control.
Johnson came down with it, picked up some
Smith
extra
looking
yardage.
to pass. He's going to go upfield with it.
Snow
Wide
Canyon,
open.
they
It's
are
caught
cooking with grease right now.
down to the 15-yard line. Kel Johnson. Absolutely amazing
now that was
play
a nice
there
pass
from the Snow Canyon Warriors. Bringing it into the Red Rock Real Estate red zone. Big chunk plays like that, that's what they're looking for. That's what they want.
Yeah, that was a nice design play there, and gets them right back down. They got stopped on the 2-yard line the last time, so they're wanting to score.
All right, they're looking out to the side on a screen play, maybe a yard for 2nd down.
Yeah, not much there. They just tried to do a quick hitter, tried to pick up some soft coverage there, but they weren't. Stansbury wasn't playing too soft that time, so they got him for a short gain.
So 2nd down, 9 to go. Still scoreless. This was one of those games that was, when looking at the spread, we knew it was definitely going to be a tight ball game, and boy, has it been. It's been a lot of defense here, but a big chunk play like that makes that Snow Canyon offense get a little bit of life and momentum as it was dropped, just underthrown, hitting the hands of the receiver and JT Westbrook. Can't bring it in for 2nd down.
Yeah,
for
that
3rd down.
Just a little bit low, Caden. Hard to come back with that one. It's going to be 3rd and 9 now from the 17-yard line. Caden, another quick score. Kind of a shocker here. Morgan's up 13-0 on Crimson.
Well, remember, Crimson's replacing a lot of guys. They got to figure out what they have right now on this team, and Morgan is always a school that seems.
Guys is playing their first varsity action, like we talked about with this game.
Yeah.
It's different playing at the varsity level. It's just a whole different speed, and until you get adjusted to it, it could get you.
Different ball game indeed.
Well, 3rd and long, Caden, what are you looking for here? Do they try a shot into the end zone or just try to pick up the first down?
I think I would say just go for the first down for myself, but you know what? You go for the first down and hope that you get more. Here on 3rd and 9, Smith looking to pass, pressure coming towards him. He's got to roll out of it, looking to run with it, takes a hit, and he's going to lose a couple of yards. And it's going to be 4th.
That was great pressure that time by Stansbury. I think it was number 78. First got in there, got his big paw up, blocking the view for Smith, and then Smith got out to the outside, just had nowhere to go and had to eat the yards.
So it is 4th and 11. Again, are they going to go for it here? Are they going to bring in a field goal unit? But it looks like Smith's coming off, so.
Yeah, they got the kicker out there.
Field goal unit it is.
Eyeing it up a little.
Yep, we got number 19, Noah Campbell, out there, taking a peek at what he's got.
Oh, this will be a 33-yard attempt here for Snow Canyon.
So on 4th and 11. Kick up. And he's got the distance. No good.
Oh, no, just wide right. I thought he got it in there, kid.
But we do have a flag, delay game call, so I guess we're going to bring it back. So let's bring it back a few yards and try again.
Yeah, why not? What do you got to lose? He's got the leg. We saw it go through the uprights and then some. It's 5 more yards. I think he could do it.
And Coach Leslie on the field saying, hey, wait a second. The guy missed the field goal. Why are you doing this to him? Why are you giving him a second?
And again, this is just another opportunity for Snow Canyon to score. I mean, I think if you're Snow Canyon, you just take it, right?
Absolutely.
Coaches on the Stansbury side are not so excited about this call, but
well, on the delay game, it's an automatic 5 yards.
You got to do what you got to do. Yep.
Not much you can do about it.
So here it is again, another field goal on its way. This one still long, and it is good.
Boy, he had more leg on it that time than he did the first one.
Yes, he did. So with that, a 39-yarder puts the first score on the board. Snow Canyon 3, Stansbury nothing. What do you do? Hey, you know what? If you're Stansbury, you're probably not too happy about that delay game call, but you know what? It is what it is. You reset.
They're going to go home and say, man, we got some home cooking. That was a quick clock on that one just so they can move it back and get those points on the board.
Yeah, yep. Well, there you go. Field goal made. Not bad.
Hey, we got our first points of the year. We'll take them.
We got our first points of the year, indeed. We're going to take a quick break ourselves and be back right after this.
Create your own relaxing, comfortable space. Boulevard Home offers the guaranteed best prices on furniture, appliances, mattresses, and more. And buy with no interest financing. Shop Boulevard Home, because home is who we are.
Looks like Springville came back and scored. They're up 7-6 now.
Is a sophomore, a 10th grader, just hit about a 40-yard
bounce off the turf. Good kick off the kickoff there.
Boy, he put some leg into that one. That one's 10 yards deep.
You take it. You take it.
Absolutely. Okay, and just a quick score update. I mentioned in the break, but Springville has responded, and they are up 7-6 on Dixie in the second quarter. Mentioned the Crimson update. They are down 13-0 right now in the first.
8 left to go. Take the run up the middle. 2-yard gain.
Yeah, that was just a nice job by number 24 for Snow Canyon.
Yeah, Max Reynolds keeping on. He's finding ways to block those holes. He's just stuffing them up on the run here.
Yeah, the guys up front are allowing him to just flow freely, and he's doing a great job bringing down tough ball carrier and only allowing 2 yards on that run.
So on second down, we got 2 receivers near side, 1 far. Excuse me, 2 far, I should say. Quick substitution for the Warriors.
That's Porter Hutchings running off the field. I don't know what it is.
He's got Miles Rudolph heading on. So here we go, second down. Snaps away. Handoff with a big hole up the middle for a first down.
Boy, that was a nice run that time. Again, we don't have a name with the number, but found a nice hole on that right side off the guard and tackle, and it made one guy miss and picked up a first down. Good hard running.
So a fresh set of downs. Fabulous Freddy's first down. Pick up there is the Stallions finding a way to move the ball down. They go handoff again, but they read it perfectly by the Warriors. Wrapped up immediately, taken down. First on it was Andrew Castro.
Yeah, Castro, he was right there. They almost left him unblocked. I'm like, maybe they were trying to read off of him. It was a misread. I don't know, but he came unblocked and made a really nice play for a loss. So now you got second down and long here for the Stallions.
And this is where they find a way to go through the air. They've made a couple of big plays already through the air. We know they can do it. Let's see what they do here on 2nd and 12. Snap away, rolling out. Again, they like this play. Roll to the right, throw to the left, one-on-one coverage. A little bit of shove in the back there, but no call. Still overthrown. Brings it third down.
That was nice coverage by Alex Urias. He was right in line where that pass was going. You saw the Stansbury receiver kind of push him with his hands a little bit, but it was just great coverage and brings up 3rd and long. But I do like the play call, Caden. It's one-on-one. You're saying, hey, I'm going to have my guy go against your guy one-on-one and see who can win it.
And again, that brings up 3rd down and long, 3rd and 12 here. Had to respot it to the 30.
Yeah, they put it at the down marker, not the right one.
Not where it actually was supposed to go.
Yeah.
Snap away, looking to pass, pump fakes, keeps on running with it. Has to keep on big old stiff arm and gets a couple yards past that. A good run of about 8, but that will still put them at about 4th and 4, maybe 4th and 3.
I like the stiff arm, Caden. Some old school there.
He's a good stiff arm.
Yeah. Dearden running hard. He's ran a few times this game. He's got good positive yardage running, but they just had such a big hole. It was 3rd and 12. Just couldn't get enough yardage.
So again, bounces at about the 20 where it gets picked up.
That's actually the best kick they've had all night for Stansbury.
It really was. It's their better punt for sure. So again, with the Warriors, kind of finding a way to just put the offense at bay in the passing game, forcing them to run with the ball, but then they're finding ways to keep them from gaining too many yards, especially in these positions where, like that, it's a 3rd and long. You know, hey, if they're going to run it, we just got to keep them from getting more than 10 yards here. And they find a way. They find a way.
I really like how the Snow Canyon defense is just flying around. They're really shutting down the run game. They've had one big run, Stansbury has, and that's it. And everything else they've just been able to bottle right up. So that defense is looking pretty stout right now.
Absolutely. Snaps away, goes to JT Westbrook on the near side, and it's enough for a gain of about 4.
Yeah, just a quick little 3-yard out for Westbrook. They hit him, and he falls forward for some yardage. So, again, it just sets Smith up, the quarterback, with some easier play opportunities when it's 2nd and 5 or 2nd and 6 or 2nd and 4 like they've been doing. And it just makes the game a little bit easier for him to adjust to. And you've seen him kind of settle into the role as the quarters have gone on here.
Absolutely. 4:16 left to play here in the first half. Smith takes a snap, goes up the middle, got his receiver for the first down. Kel Johnson gets plenty.
Yeah, he took a shot over the middle by the safety there, number 17 for Stansbury. That was Xavier Patch, who put the lumber on him, but not until he picked up 15 yards. So first down for Snow Canyon.
Snow Canyon, again, like we just mentioned, about 4 minutes left to go. The way that the offense is moving, it feels like they can, at the very least, get into some scoring points coming up there, right? And then after a little trip up, but enough to fall forward for an 8-yard gain.
Yeah, good fake of the line, and the outside linebacker bid on the fake. And so Smith just took it around the right side, picked up 8 tough yards. Nice run by Smith.
And here we go, second down, 2 to go.
Snow Canyon's been moving the ball, Katie.
They are moving the ball very well.
It's just those turnover on downs that's kind of shot him in the foot.
Snap away, pass off into the flat. It's going to take it right up the middle. I believe that's Reynolds, if I'm not mistaken. No, that one is Kale Esplin.
That's Esplin. It's almost like a lateral, too. They throw that behind the line of
Just a little behind, and that's always scary. It's always a scary move, but it's been working out for them so far. They haven't, knock on wood, they haven't made that mistake yet.
It gets
them another first down.
Gives the back an opportunity to get a full head of steam going up towards the line of scrimmage, but it can be a little risky.
Very true. With a fresh set of downs, here's the snap, and Smith looking to pass. Pressure coming up the middle. He gets a hand on him, dumps it off. Esplin gets a few yards. That was a good play. You know what? When you thought all hope was lost, you still gained 2.
It is, and you got to credit both Smith being able to get rid of the ball under pressure, but not only that, but then you have Esplin was able to elude a tackler and fall forward for a couple of yards. It could have been a big loss, and it ends up being a positive gain for him. So a nice play by those two players right there.
Ball at the 45-yard line on a 2nd and 8. 2:20 left in the first half of play. Esplin going in motion. In the middle. Caught. Not brought down yet. There he goes down to the 11-yard line.
Boy, that was great touch. You saw there by Smith. He took a shot, the outside linebacker.
Esplin going in motion.
That was number 7, Gabriel Talia.
In the middle.
A shot
Caught.
on him, but he laid it in there perfectly
Not
for a
brought
big
down
gainer.
yet. There he goes down to the 11-yard line. Yeah, bringing it
Boy,
down
that
all
was
the way
great
inside
touch.
the Red
You
Rock
saw
Real
there
Estate
by
red zone.
Smith.
You can see on the Holbrook Asphalt replay. And now we're in scoring territory again. Fresh set of downs, first down.
Really nice touch on that pass, and you've really seen him kind of relax and get into a rhythm here this second quarter.
Snap away. Looking to pass up the middle. It's a touchdown brought in by Kel Johnson.
We got a flag down, Caden. It might be a late hit.
It is in the backfield.
And the Warriors have scored the first touchdown of the season.
Right now, tentatively, 6 more on the board.
There's a piece of laundry on the field at the 20-yard line.
Let's see what the call is.
Yeah.
Targeting.
Says it's ineligible.
Oh, and ineligible.
No, touchdown is
They're saying it's good.
It's targeting, yeah.
It is targeting.
Count the score.
Yep.
Roughing the passer as well. Or maybe offsetting.
Yep, there are a couple. So we're going to offset.
So the touchdown is good. Then there's offsetting penalties.
Offsetting penalties, touchdown good. Well, that does make it now 9. Kick up. It's a short one, and it's no good. We'll stay 9-0. But, you know, Snow Canyon gets the first touchdown of their season.
Yeah, it was a nice pass laid in there. Very, very well thrown by Smith. Boy, I'm really impressed with how he's settled into the role as quarterback now. And we were just mentioning they were kind of getting on a roll. And just like that quick strike, they can score within 2-3 plays. And
absolutely.
There we go.
Absolutely. And that will, again, put the Warriors now on top 9-0, which is in itself phenomenal. But now puts the ball back in the hands of Stansbury with only 1:40 left to go here in the first half. So, with that said, Stansbury, can they move the ball? They're finding ways to move the ball in small chunks and also in very, very large chunks. They just need those medium 10-yard gains, and they're just not getting those.
No, it's almost like feast or famine, up on the yardage side. They'll either get like you mentioned, a big hitter, but they can't do the 2, 3, 4, 5 yards, in chunks, and that's where it's either, like I say, it's either a deep one or they're punting.
Yep. So I guess with the penalty, they are kicking off from the 45 of Stansbury.
Wow.
So I guess the flags weren't completely offsetting. They just said, let's put it on the kickoff.
All right. Well, that would explain why they counted the touchdown then.
Absolutely. So just kick it all the way through, and they do. It's going to land nearly out there on the high jump mat.
See, he's got to lay that extra point that he just missed. He barely even got it to go over close to the bar.
Yeah, and it was off to the side as well.
If I'm his special teams coach, I'm pulling him aside saying, look, kick that ball as hard as you can. Because on the 40-yard field goal, he had plenty of leg.
Absolutely. Absolutely. So here we go with 1:40 left to go. Stansbury taking the ball out to the, of course, at the 20-yard line to get things rolling here on a fresh set of downs.
Well, if you're Stansbury, you'd love to try to get some sort of a score because you get the ball in the second half. So if they could get one, it would get some momentum for them.
So timeout taken here right before the end of the half. So we'll take a quick timeout ourselves before we get into the halftime action. As again, we got a minute 40 left to play before we get there anyway. Again, score 9-0 on the Wilkins House Lighting scoreboard on the Fan Sports Network.
Fabulous Freddy's is the locals' choice for a full-service car wash. It's fast. Have your car washed in just 20 minutes or less. Fabulous Freddy's always keeps it clean inside and out with 2 Southern Utah locations as well as in Vegas, Lehigh, and Sandy.
From bold statements to subtle compliments, Wilkinson's House of Lighting will help you more fully enjoy all the different spaces in your home. Stop in and see what's new at Wilkinson's House of Lighting, a proud sponsor of Region 10 Athletics.
Hey, it's Luke with Uding Associates at American Family Insurance. At Uding Associates, we love insurance so you don't have to. With a quick call, we can get you an instant quote with the right coverages. My team of licensed agents are ready to help you with better insurance from American Family. Give us a call at 435-251-9102.
Stansbury, they have been shut out through 22 minutes.
Welcome back in, everybody. As we get started on the action coming out of the timeout, deep pass down the line. It's going to be overthrown.
Boy, he had a guy wide open down the sideline, Caden. He had number 13 just down there, Logan Lewis. Yeah, just tiptoeing down the sideline. How he got behind the defense, I don't know. But if he could have laid that up there, he would have scored.
And it really was just about there. As it is now 2nd down and 10.
Well, that was a quick hitter there as we got, 1:34 here left in the half. They got, if Stansbury can get something right here, they could get some momentum going into halftime, get that ball back.
And again, on 2nd down, ball at the 20-yard line. Snap away. Hand it off and going to go down for a loss.
Yeah, just nowhere to run. He had number 7 in there off the defensive end there, crashing hard, and then Snow Canyon had 2 guys there to bring the guy down for no gain, so that'll bring up 3rd and long.
All right, while we were gone, I think we're back on, right, Mello? While we were gone, an incomplete pass. And
so again, now that brings up 3rd and 10. An injured player down there on the field now as well.
We'll have a 3rd down and 10.
That looked like
I'm not sure who that was that just went down.
Number 50. Is that Hank West that's down, or?
Could be. I didn't see who that was, which number it was that went down.
He started coming over and then just fell down, so he's in distress right now.
Yeah. And they're working on him. It is a final number 0. It is 50. Yep, you're right. And he gets up, and maybe just a cramp. I'm not sure. It is. Remember, it's hot out there. This is the time of year we do start seeing some of those cramped muscles kind of holding his lower back too. So I'm not entirely sure what it is, but maybe a little bit of a hit. He's explaining to the coach what happened. He said I was going down and he hit me up top and my back got arched a little bit there. And that's never going to feel very good, is it?
He'll feel that again tomorrow.
Absolutely. Well, it's one of those injuries where it's just hopefully some soreness that he can take some ibuprofen in an ice bath and he'll be all right. And
he's walking around pretty good right now, so he should be
keeping it himself as he kind of bobbled the ball a little bit. And didn't really have anywhere to go as he falls back down for a loss of about 4.
That was Trayvon, the big outside linebacker, just busting through there. Fought off a little bit of a block down for a 5-yard loss. So you got
save it for themselves.
40 seconds left here.
The last one was a running kind of a give-up play. They wanted the clock to run because Snow Canyon is out of timeout, so we're down to under 40 seconds.
But here we go, 4th and some to go.
They might just go ahead and let the delay.
4th and 14.
Well, that's why they couldn't call timeout. They don't have
timeouts left.
Yeah.
Timeout right before the delay again. We're going to keep it right here.
So 28 seconds, timeout taken. Keeping it right here during this time, I want to take this opportunity to thank some of our great local partners who help bring us our Region 9 Boulevard Home Game of the Week. And one of those being Boulevard Home, where you can make your house a home for 50 years in Southern Utah. Also, Holbrook Asphalt. Keep looking out for those Holbrook Asphalt replays, but more importantly, the Holbrook Asphalt Big Score dessert. If any of our Region 9 teams score over 25 points, you get your first 5 ounces free at Yogurtland after the game. That's probably one of my favorite things we got going on tonight.
Yeah.
Maybe you get some Yogurtland after the game at sgcityrec.org, where you can sign up your kids for their sports career journeys.
Okay, and we got a lot of action going on. As you mentioned, we got 6 games that we're streaming on our website. Got some interesting scores to give you at halftime. Little shockers in a few of them.
Yeah, that's an understatement, I would say.
Yeah.
There's some interesting scores for sure. Here on 4th down, somewhere around midfield.
I know in the past when we've covered their games, that's enough time for them to get 3 plays off, so they're going to try. My guess is they'll try to get it down the field, maybe get a long field goal if they have to. But try to get some more points on here as it's 9-0 for the Warriors.
I'm always a fan of just going for it, you know, just especially, you know what, first game of the season, you're already up by 9. You've kept them scoreless, 21 seconds.
Yeah, what do you have to lose?
What do you have to lose? One far, plus running back to the side of Smith. Snap is away. Smith drops back. A lot of defense out there trying to take control of the passing game, and he's going to run out of bounds with about 13-9 and a gain of 2.
That was a good pressure that time by Micah Salahuddin. I can't say that very quickly or I'll be in trouble. But just good pressure up front. They only rushed 3 guys, and they were able to get some pressure on him, pushing Smith out of bounds there for a 1-yard gain.
They only give him 1. Yeah, I thought he might have pushed forward further than that, but they say he stepped out of bounds only after a yard gain. So, again, 4 receivers going out with plenty of defense back there.
Oh,
They're
they
going to
him.
sack him down for a loss at the 35, but the clock will just run out. So, again, no harm done.
Yeah.
You do lose some yardage there. That's going to go against the stat book, but outside of that, it's all right.
Yeah,
okay.
You got to give yourself a chance, especially going into halftime like that. So no harm done.
No harm done indeed. Well, that takes us into halftime here on the Fan Sports Network. Our halftime brought to you by Great Harvest Bread Company. That halftime show coming up. Right after this, we're going to be bringing you some scores from across Region 9 and across Southern Utah, as well as giving you the analysis of this first half of play between Stansbury and Snow Canyon. Snow Canyon leads 9-0 on the Wilkinson's House of Lighting scoreboard. Halftime show coming up right after this.
Need an appliance or two? AWP's got you. Check out the remodeled expansive showroom, highlighting the cafe series with colors like matte black, matte white, and modern glass. Make your kitchen stand out. Come see the local boys at AWP across the freeway from the Bloomington Walmart.
Finally, I can eat my dinner a little bit.
You could wander around a warehouse store forever and never find the one thing that could make all the difference. A helpful face? Now that's something to consider. Everything your local Bucks A stands for is written on our faces. Welcoming, neighborly, knowledgeable. When you're in need of a helpful face, visit one of our 3 Southern Utah locations.
Your child's sports journey starts with the City of St. George Recreation. From their first steps on the quarter field to becoming a star player, our youth sports programs are here to develop talents and teamwork skills. So get out and play. Check out all the sports and get signed up at sgcityrec.org.
Hey, it's Marco from Coral Canyon Golf Course, inviting you to play the course with the best backdrop in Southern Utah. Make sure you get out and experience great golf for a great price at Coral Canyon. Visit coralcanyongolfcourse.com or call us at 435-688-1700 for your tee times.
From bold statements to subtle compliments, Wilkinson's House of Lighting will help you more fully enjoy all the different spaces in your home. Stop in and see what's new at a proud sponsor of Region 10 Athletics.
And Woods Cross.
Remember when Down East was all scratch and dent furniture? Your go-to for dorm rooms, kids' rooms, and first homes? Well, the times have changed and Down East has changed with you. Down East is proud to offer our beautiful
Fabulous Freddy's is the locals' choice for a full-service car wash. It's fast. Have your car washed in just 20 minutes or less. Fabulous Freddy's always keeps it clean inside and out with 2 Southern Utah locations as well as in Vegas, Lehigh, and Sandy.
Scooter's Coffee and Hurricane is the best way to start your day or get you through your day. From breakfast sandwiches to cinnamon rolls to amazing smoothies and, of course, coffee, anytime is a good time to be open 7 days a week.
Hi, I'm Jermaine O'Jegman from The Rink, and I'm inviting you to come out and skate the rink. The rink is the hot spot in town for big group events and kid birthday. Good times roll at the rink.
Asphalt. It's not something we think about much, except when it's in bad shape. At Holbrook Asphalt, we help cities, HOAs, and businesses avoid replacing painfully expensive roads and parking lots. To avoid the cost of replacing asphalt, you must effectively preserve it while it's still in good condition. University research has shown Holbrook Asphalt's HA5 slows asphalt aging by 67%. We make your pavement assets last longer, cost less to own, all while achieving higher property values.
Athletes, now is the time to power, speed, and agility when you join.
Halftime here at Snow Canyon High School. Snow Canyon leads 9-0 over Stansbury on the Wilkinson's House of Lighting scoreboard. These locations, I just link up to it. So, yeah, we definitely apologize as we are back in action here as we're getting close to wrap up the halftime show. Again, 9-0. Snow Canyon leading at the moment over Stansbury. Hopefully we have some better quality for you in this second half. I know that first half has been a little rough, but just bear with us, and at the very least you can at least follow the score and hopefully catch some of these big plays. So we're excited to be back. Let's get into it here as we're again wrapping up the halftime show brought to you by Great Harvest Bread Company. And, again, some thoughts from the first half was we now head into the second half.
Well, if you're Stansbury, we'll start with them, the visiting team. They just got to get some consistency going on offense. I thought defensively they've done a pretty good job, especially when Snow Canyon got inside the red zone. They were able to get 2 turnover on downs. But offensively, they've got to get a little more continuity going, some quick hitting plays. And if you're Snow Canyon, you got to be really happy about the defense and the way they've responded and started that first half. They've done a great job, and you see Joe Smith. He's finally getting comfortable at the quarterback position and had a nice second quarter. Looking forward to seeing what he can do here in the second half.
As Snow Canyon breaks through the paper, come through the tunnel, the cheerleaders have set up for them as they are getting ready for the second half of play. And again, they lead 9-0. They've been able to keep it scoreless. If anything, you're not moving the ball like you want to, but the defense is doing their job. You haven't even given Stansbury the opportunity to kick a field goal. They did go for it on a fourth down that was somewhat close, and they missed. That's about as much action as we've seen.
Well, and Kane, I think I heard the stat that they only given up 67 yards in the first half.
Not bad at all.
And 30 of those are on that long, deep pass that they got. So defensively, they've done a great job. If they can just work a few of the kinks out offensively, it's in the red zone, they'll be right on track.
Absolutely. Absolutely. So, again, for those of you just tuning in, yes, we know we had some technical difficulties through the first half. I apologize if we have any through the second half. Again, the internet here, it's probably been a little stale. No one's been using it over the summertime. So, it's, they got to get used to running the internet around here again. So, we are getting ready for the second half of play. And we want to thank our great sponsors. Tonight's game is brought to you, of course, as always, by Boulevard Home. They're making your house a home for 50 years here in southern Utah. So here we go. Third quarter. Getting underway as the Warriors get ready to kick off. And this one's sent deep into the end zone. It'll be brought back out to the 20-yard line as we get things ready to rock and roll here on the Fan Sports Network.
Okay, and I'm curious to see how Dearden comes out in the second half. If he can get the offense going, I would try to run the ball a little bit more. Granted, it's been a little stingy up front by Snow Canyon's defense, but they do outsize them up front, it looks like Stansbury does. you would think they would try to take advantage of that, but Snow Canyon has such quickness that they can fly to the ball. They did a great job that first half.
Absolutely. Let's see what happens here in the second half. Snap just about underway here. There it is. Dearden going for the handoff, going up the middle. Big hole, and finally take it down, but not after a 12-yard gain.
Well, just as I was saying there, Ken, I'm a little surprised they aren't doing more of that. They go right up the middle, get 12 yards right off the pop. So, nice little halftime motivation to that line probably got them fired up.
And a fresh set of downs brought to you by Fabulous Freddy's. We talked about how well they had been at stuffing up the run, but this time they let it go through.
Yeah.
And low snap. Again, another run right up the middle, and pretty solid hole, able to cover it up, though, but after a short gain of 5.
Boy, that's number 24. It's not the same running back we saw in the first half. Number 24 is not on our roster, but he's gotten the first 2 carries and picked up 15, 17 yards here in 2 plays.
And brings up 2nd and 5.
And just as I say that, they take him out of the game and give him a break.
Split receivers, too near, too far. Going back to a pass in the flat, plenty of room to run. And gets past the midfield.
Boy, we see Snow Canyon run that same play where it's almost a lateral back to the flat for the running back in the back field, and he just gets a full head of steam, and he got 15 yards as he turns it up. They're at midfield in 3 plays.
And this is what we missed from Stansbury in the first half. It was just consistent ball movement. Like we had said, those chunks of 10 to 15 yards, and right now they're getting it. 1st and 10. Here's a snap. Rolling to the left. Pass out wide open. Past the 40. That's going to be another first down with a gain of 11.
Okay, you can see exactly what that does. By them running the ball, it sets up the pass, and he was wide open. That was Luke Rich with his first catch for 10 yards there. So, again, they're just marching right down the field.
Yeah, and only just a few plays. They've already not only just crossed midfield, but they're
nose guard
backs up against the wall, make a stop here. On first down, rolling to the left, throwing to the flat, coming back around, losing a little bit of defense there, gains some good yardage to about a 6-yard gain.
Yeah, that was nice. Just a little flat pattern to Rich on the wide side. He makes the first defender miss with his spin, and he gets upfield and gets, like you said, 6 yards. So they just keep marching. This was a little bit about what we expected. At least I did in the first half. You got your returning quarterback. You got your returning receiver from a year ago. You thought they'd have a little more continuity, but now they seem to have got things worked out.
Yeah, they do. Here on 2nd down. Snap away, handoff, and not much room to go there as he gets right back down the line of scrimmage. It'll now be 3rd down.
Yeah, that was a great play that time by number 7, Trayvon. Just getting his nose in there and stuffing that up. So now you got 3rd and 4, 4.5 for Stansbury. But Caden, you look at the clock, they've pretty much take half the quarter already. We're almost down to 7 minutes.
Yeah, absolutely. So again, with 7:30 to go here in the 3rd quarter, 3rd and a bit to go.
Well, at Stansbury, they're in no hurry. They're taking as much time as they can, kind of just, methodically working their way down the field.
And going out into the flat, there's a guy there wide open.
Yeah,
pushes it forward.
He eludes a couple of people, gets down inside, I think down to the 12-yard line. That's Rich again. Luke Rich, that's his 3rd catch just on this drive alone.
And well inside the red zone now at about the 14, maybe 13-yard line. 13-yard line is where they put it.
5 first downs on this drive. They had 6 in the entire first half.
Stansbury's just marching here. They're finding whatever works for them, and it's working right now. They're just keeping it in the flat. And going with a handoff, taking it to the far side, left side, gets it to about the 10. They give him the 10.
Yeah, they'll give him about 3.5. That time they tried to go to the wide side of the field, and it looks like we got a cramp of a Snow Canyon player out there. We wondered who would be able to, with withstand the heat tonight, Caden. We're starting to see some people falling down because of it.
We are. Well, let's take a quick break, shall we? And when we come back from this injury timeout, 6:53 left to play in the third on the Fan Sports Network.
When it comes to your child's teeth, Dr. Cody and his experienced staff at Johnson Pediatric Dentistry are game changers. So when it comes to checkups, a toothache, or any problem with your kid's teeth, call experienced veteran Dr. Cody Johnson at Johnson Pediatric Dentistry, 628-0511.
House of Jump is Southern Utah's only indoor trampoline park and your only place to jump, dunk, and dodge. Head on over to our house, the House of Jump.
Nets on Fire is the place to hoop in Southern Utah. Elevate your game with group or individual training with elite coaching. Hustle to netsonfire.org to learn more and see why so many rising stars hoop at Nets. Nets on Fire, building champions on and off the court.
Need an appliance or two? AWP's got you. Check out the remodeled expansive showroom, highlighting the cafe series with colors like matte black, matte white, and modern glass. Make your kitchen stand out. Come see the local boys at AWP across the freeway from the Bloomington Walmart.
This cheesesteak is so freshly grilled, you can still hear it sizzling.
I can hear it too.
Me too.
Actually, it's the
Cheesesteak?
grill.
Okay.
Grilled right in front of you. It's a Jersey Mike's thing.
All right, welcome back, everybody. We're trying to fix our internet issues here. Dearden just took the ball for Stansbury around the left side, got down to the inside the 10-yard line. It's got 3rd and 1 to go here from the 6-yard line. Here's the give up the middle, and they're driving, pushing. It looks like they're going to push them forward to get a first down inside the 5-yard line. That's the running back for Stansbury, running really hard. Got a nice little crease there between the guard and the center, and they'll have it 1st and goal from the 3.
Well, we're back at it. We got ourselves a different connection. Hopefully this time it helps us a little bit here with our connectivity issues.
Caden is the master of all crafts around here tonight.
I don't know about that, but we're trying. We are trying. 1st and goal situation. From the 3-yard line. Push it right up the middle. That's a touchdown.
My goodness,
easy
Caden.
score.
That was really too easy. He 24 for Stansbury, just walks into the end zone, and we got ourselves a ball game.
We do. Absolutely we do with that run.
Well, it's interesting, Caden. That's the one area I thought Stansbury might be able to exploit, and they weren't able to do that in that first half. But, man, out of halftime, they just came right down, marched right down the field, and they were going right up the gut. Probably on 5-6 of those plays during that drive. I'll bet they got 60 yards rushing.
I think you're right. I mean, they definitely had a big head of steam, we'll say, running all the way down this field and find their way in for the 6. And, again, we're trying to get the scoreboard updated, too. This is part of our internet issues that we've been having, trying to get everything all updated. So apologize again. It's just the first game of the year. Some of these tweaks we have to work out here. We'll get it all figured out here shortly.
We're just throwing you a couple of curveballs there every other series there, Caden.
Absolutely.
Well, it looks like Stansbury, they're trying to decide if they're going to, they're having a meeting on both sides because there was some extracurricular activity going on after that touchdown was scored between a couple of linemen, one from Stansbury and one from Snow Canyon. That was number 7 for Snow Canyon, who was, we've mentioned his name a few times, Trayvon. He got a little excessive with the force and threw a lineman down, and so I think they're just talking to both teams, making sure that everybody's keeping their heads and everybody plays, the way they should, and everything's good. So
Absolutely, and as they should. I mean, I think it's the correct thing to do. Just keep everyone civil. Keep everyone again, it's the first game of the season. Don't get too crazy. Don't get too out of sorts yet.
And I get it. It's an emotional game. I mean, you've been training all summer, and you're trying to, it's week one. You got all this, extra adrenaline flowing through your body. I get it. But you also want to make sure you're smart and you don't do anything silly or stupid where it costs you a season or an injury or something like that.
Absolutely.
So it looks like Stansbury's going to go for 2, Caden. At least the way they're lined up.
Maybe that's the right way to do it.
Right now we're 9-6. They got the backup quarterback in, the young freshman, number 3. He is in the game for Stansbury. That is Brighton Rutzel.
Going for it. Onto and going for the back of the end zone. It's not there. So it will stay 6-9. And again, we're trying to get the scoreboard updated, having some struggles there, but what else is new with us tonight? Our stream here is definitely been through the ringer for sure. So, again, I'll try to keep updating on this, and we'll try to get that score fixed here for you. But right now, 6-9. We'll take a quick 30-second break and be back right after this.
Asphalt. It's not something we think about much, except when it's in bad shape. At Holbrook Asphalt, we help cities, HOAs, and businesses avoid replacing painfully expensive roads and parking lots. To avoid the cost of replacing asphalt, you must effectively preserve it while it's still in good condition. University research has shown Holbrook Asphalt's HA5 slows asphalt aging by 67%. We make your pavement assets last longer, cost less to own, all while achieving higher property values. Visit holbrookasphalt.com to discover more.
And we're back after that short break. 6-9. Now Stansbury finds their way into the end zone. Can't complete the 2-point conversion. Talked about the hot temperatures today. It started out as a 100-degree game. It has now dropped to 99.
Oh, wow.
It's still holding on to the heat out there.
I don't know if we can handle that cool down so quickly, kid.
I know. I mean, what are we going to do with ourselves? We got to pull out the jackets before we know it.
Man.
Well, we're going to keep trying to update the scoreboard here. As of right now, it is actually 6-9, but we're just having a hard time for whatever reason getting it to update on us.
Okay, and just a couple
Keep
of
working on it.
Score updates. Crimson is on the board now, 20-7. They're trailing Morgan, and Springville 41-6 up over Dixie. A little onside kick, Caden.
And who's going to be the one on top of it?
I don't know, but there was a violent collision in there. I think Snow Canyon fell on it. That was close.
Wow, that was close.
It did look a little stressful, though, because Snow Canyon was
Who walks away? Snow Canyon. Well, that puts the ball at the 36-yard line with 5:32 left to go.
And that's a good news for the Warriors. They have the ball at the 36-yard line.
Just a quick update. Desert Hills is playing in Nevada tonight. They're down 13-7 in the first quarter.
Wow.
But here we go. Warriors, they got to answer the call now. They gave up a long drive.
Well, if you're Stansbury, you love a quick 3-and-out here, but Snow Canyon, they've been sitting on the sideline for a long time now.
They have. Handoff going up the middle. Solid gain of 4 yards there for the Warriors.
Yeah, just a nice job by Esplin finding a little crease, and then he's slow getting up off the pile. It's a big Twilla lineman was on an ankle, and he's got a helmet off. That's not good. It looks like a cramp, though. He's trying to rub that cramp out.
Yeah, that makes sense. And again, just more cramps. This is our third or so that we've seen.
Most of them on the Snow Canyon side, though.
Yeah, it's true.
They must be drinking their pickle juice or something over there on the Stansbury side.
Yeah, drinking pickle juice. Make sure maybe they have those like oxygen container things or whatever. Make sure you get plenty of air. We're at a lower elevation here, though, so
yeah, that's true.
About 1,500 or so, I think, from where they are. Could be wrong. But again, a couple of cramps is just to be expected in this heat, whether it's from the home team or not.
Yeah, it's like you said, it's 99 degrees outside. And it's still plenty hot. You got to keep a lot of fluids in you, especially when you start, warming up at 5 couple hours before game time, you could lose a lot of fluids real quick.
Well, again, as they check on that injured player, the one with cramps, we should say. Yeah, it is its own injury, I suppose, as well. Couple of updates for you here. So we have, excuse me here. Sorry. Here we go. 35-20. Hurricane right now trailing to Mountain Crest, but again, a high-scoring ball
Glad
game
to
out
see
there
some
in Hurricane.
points scored, yeah.
That's the bad news. The good news is it's clearly cramping. They're trying to stretch his legs out.
Any other updates I can see here? We have, again, it's a 9-6 ball game here, so there's not a lot to report on yet. Not a ton of scoring. What else do we got across Region 9? I know Crimson still trailing to Morgan.
Yeah, you got Crimson still trailing Morgan 7-20. You got Cedar 19, Richfield 21. So you got a close ball game there. And then as far as Pineview and Manti, it's 21 for Pineview, 28 for Manti. So that's a close game. So we've got a couple of close ones out there as we go through the second half of these games tonight. We'll be curious to see if we can get some of those Region 9 team to get over the hump.
Yeah.
Get a couple of road victories.
Absolutely. Well, with this injury timeout, we will take a quick one ourselves as well. And we will be back once we're back in action here on the Fan Sports Network. Don't go anywhere.
Athletes, now is the time to build explosive strength, power, speed, and agility when you join Intermountain Sports Performance through our Season of Speed Holiday Special. Call 435-251-2299 to instantly save $100 on our 8-week training program. Must purchase by December 31st.
When it comes to your child's teeth, Dr. Cody and his experienced staff at Johnson Pediatric Dentistry are game changers. So when it comes to checkups, a toothache, or any problem with your kid's teeth, call experienced veteran Dr. Cody Johnson at Johnson Pediatric Dentistry, 628-0511.
That's a big loss.
Today's game is brought to you by Wilkinson's House of Lighting, The Rink.
Is that right? Number 24?
Yeah.
Oof.
Jersey Mike's, and Coral Canyon Golf Course.
Well, if it wasn't bad enough losing Archie Throwfall with what is believed to be a torn ACL, we now lose Max Reynolds, who comes limping off the field.
Yeah, huge problem on defense.
Across the middle, that's caught. And this has been a big game here for Cal Johnson.
Yeah, Johnson's had, like you said, a couple of really nice catches tonight. This one was just a hot pass right over the middle, right over where the blitzing linebacker came from, and he picked up a first down right at midfield.
And with that first down, puts him right at midfield on the 50. Fresh set of downs brought to you by Fabulous Freddy's. Fabulous Freddy's first down. Smith takes a snap. He's going to pass on over. Esplin gets a yard. After good coverage there by the Stallions.
That's just a really nice job by number 9 first for Stansbury. Then they had 2 or 3 other guys just flowing to the ball. Then they were lucky to get half a yard on that play.
Second and 9.
Yeah, we thought it might be a tall task for Dixie at home to a Springville team that has gotten better and better and better. Sounds like they're taking care of business. All right.
And brought down back in the backfield, but at least the ball moves forward.
Yeah, they faked the end around.
They got the fake.
Yeah, that time they faked it to the end around, and Smith kept it and went right up the middle for about 7 yards. So it'll be 3rd and 2 here on the 42-yard line of Stansbury.
Again, our scoreboard having issues. I'm trying to problem solve, so please forgive me as I am trying to make that happen, make that work.
Snow Canyon in no real hurry here. They're just taking their time as they audible and change the play up here.
Smith with 4 receivers, 2 on either side, takes a snap, goes up the middle, it's tipped, and it falls on the turf.
Boy, they were lucky that didn't get picked off.
Yeah.
Johnson was wide open again, AJ. Would have been a 10-yard plus game.
You got to be careful with those, man.
What do you do here?
Now this is a big moment here. 4th down, 2 to go.
Yeah, it looks like they're not gonna chance it. I think this is a smart call. You know, it's on the 42-yard line. They can pin them back with a kick inside the 20. Stansbury really hadn't moved the ball until that last drive. So I think this is the right call here, Coach Esplin.
And they do decide to punt it away, and it's up. Falling in around the 22, hits inside the 20 now, and it is picked up right about the 17, 18-yard line.
So what you're doing is you're forcing Stansbury to say, you're saying, hey, my defense, after that first half, they feel really good about the defense, and so Stansbury's got to be able to show they can move the ball again.
Well, the way Stansbury moved the ball this last time down the field, Snow Canyon did a good job of eating away some of that clock there. It's down to 2:39 left to play in the third. But the way that Stansbury moved the ball before, this is a good opportunity for them to maybe get down there and take a lead away from the Warriors.
Yeah, this third quarter, they've had the ball for almost 3/4 of it. So they could, if they can get down and get on the board, they could really get some nervousness going on the Snow Canyon side.
Snap is away. Handoff going up the middle. It's a good gain for about 4 yards there for the Stallions.
They just went off between the center and the guard on the left side of the line, and they're just getting a hat on a hat and moving people back, Caden, and they found something that's working for them.
So, again, second down, 6 to go.
Stansbury taking plenty of time, though. They're maxing out that play clock, almost 25 to 30 seconds every time. Just eating away the clock. We're down inside 2 minutes now.
And maybe with a game like the one we have in front of us right now with how low scoring it is, take your time.
Yeah,
Take
absolutely.
your time. Snap is away. Going out
It's
on
wide
a pass.
open.
Wide open. Jukes out one player around the 49, still on his feet, pushes forward to the 50 before he's finally wrapped up, but a huge gain.
We got a flag.
We've got
Caden.
some yellow flags out there on the field. Let's see what we got.
I don't see Stansbury moving down. It looks like it might be on them.
Yeah, flag on the play that's going to be brought right on back. So,
boy, they dodged a big bullet there.
No, and that was just an absolute break in the coverage there for Stansbury to push through that Warrior coverage. There were 3 defenders about 5 yards inside of the receiver. The receiver somehow just beat them all.
Yeah.
And a good look there as well by Dearden.
To just pull up and just heave it downfield.
Just to see that the receiver had them beat.
Well, it looks like the call is an illegal lineman downfield, so it's only a 5-yard penalty.
But,
Takes away
5 yards back, which could have been 25 forward or more. So here we go on second. Looking deep again. Got tripped up, though, and so we're going to see another flag on the play.
Well, I don't see any hankies. Oh, yeah, there is.
It is on that far side, yep.
They're calling pass interference. So they get that yardage back and a first down.
They do get a first down, fresh set.
Yeah, that side judge comes over to the white hat and says, yeah, I got an interference.
So that should bring it down to just past the 30-yard line.
Yeah.
You can't just
Yeah, they
call
it is a holding call.
Wow.
So it's second down. And they will put the ball.
That'll be a 15-yard penalty. No, because it's a hold, it's 10 yards and not.
Put the ball at the 1.
So it's actually now back.
There we go. All right, well, now second and 1. Snap is away. Handoff. He's tripped up with no room to run. Gets right back into the line of scrimmage. It's third and 1.
Boy, Snow Canyon did a great job. Number 50 sliced through there, got in there quickly and got the ankles. So we got an interesting call here on 3rd and 1, Caden, for Stansbury.
I say go back to the run here. If you're the Stallions, you've found some success that way. Granted, I mean, you just found a huge chunk play before, but right now, just get that first down, then head back in the air.
Yeah, I agree.
See what they do here on 3rd and 1.
Here it is, 3rd down and 1.
Snaps it away, rolling out, pushing it up. Field, no good. It is incomplete.
Boy, he had him open too, and he overthrew him, threw it too high. Just don't know that I agree with that play call.
I don't agree with it either.
The coach is over there trying to tell him, look, you had it wide open.
Yeah, he just had to run with it. That's the other thing. The defense was sagging off. He had the first down. He didn't need to throw that football.
Yeah.
But now with 4th and 1, you send out the punt unit.
Wow, he's over there just pleading with him, run the ball, run the ball.
I'm with Coach on this one. I'm not exactly sure why they didn't run the ball here. So on 4th and 1, punting unit out on the field. A couple of Warriors back to receive. And they do indeed punt downfield. They're going to let it roll.
Got a nice
roll. Big roll.
Wow.
Down inside the 20. They're going to keep on rolling down to about the 16. Wow.
They got a really nice roll out of that one. Best punt of the night right there.
Absolutely it was. So Snow Canyon, fresh set of downs. Only 36 seconds left to play here in the third quarter. We're going to keep it locked in right here for the remainder of this quarter.
Well, this will be the Warriors' second, attempt here in this on offense, and they weren't able to move the ball very much on that first time. Stansbury can get us hold here. They'll have excellent field possession.
Yeah. Tonight's game is brought to you by Sport Court. You can get the home court advantage, turn your backyard into family fun. Just visit sportcourtofsouthernutah.com or call 435-986-1282. 1st and 10. Fresh set of downs here for the Warriors with a lot of room to run. Ball on the 16-yard line.
Warriors take over at their own 16-yard line. First down.
Snaps away. Play action across the middle is dropped.
Wow.
That's Cam Hill.
Boy, hit him in the wrong spot, right in the hands. Unfortunately for Hill, he could not hang on to that. He had room to run, too. He got to hold that
away,
in.
Play action across the middle, and he just could not bring it down.
I don't know if he heard footsteps or what. You go over the middle, those guys, those wide receivers, they don't like that middle.
Not very much.
Now 32 seconds left in the third quarter, 2nd down and 10 Warriors.
So here we go on 2nd down. We go handoff. Brings it around to the side, near side. Lots of room to run. He finally gets taken down. A big hit up high. Goes down after gaining about 16 yards.
Yeah, it's a nice job by Esplin that time. He went right, found a crease on the left side, so he cut it back, and he found some daylight. Took a wicked shot from the shoulder of number 7 out there, but nice pickup by Esplin of about 15 yards.
And Esplin right now is going to be RB1 with Max Reynolds off to the side as he again went down earlier.
Hopefully he can get back into it.
Pass over to Esplin, and not much room to run.
No, there's
Gets right back to the line of scrimmage.
3 Stallion defenders right there, and he was lucky to get back to the line to gain. Oh, he's going back in, though.
He is heading back in. That's a good sight to see. He was walking a little gingerly off the field, but it looks like he's got some tape on that ankle. Maybe that's what that issue was just a little bit of a rough ankle. And that's the end of the third quarter. So your score on the Wilkinson South Sliding scoreboard, 6-9. Snow Canyon leads, and they have a chance to go put some extra on the board here in the fourth quarter. We'll swap sides of the field. We'll be back right after this.
Everyone loves local sports and, of course, loves ice cream. And the best ice cream on the planet is Handel's Homemade Ice Cream. Open late every day of the week with dozens of delicious flavors. So after your favorite team wins, head over to Handel's to celebrate with locations in St. George, Layton, and Woods Cross.
Your child's sports journey starts with the City of St. George Recreation. From their first steps on the quarter field to becoming a star player, our youth sports programs are here to develop talents and teamwork skills. So get out and play. Check out all the sports and get signed up at sgcityrec.org.
Today's game is brought to you by Boulevard Home, Wilkinson's House of Lighting.
Okay, change that up too.
Yeah.
Coral Canyon Golf Course.
Yeah, we got some drone shots.
And City of St. George Recreation.
Start of the fourth quarter. Snow Canyon leads 9-6 over Stansbury. Snow Canyon has a chance to march downfield here. Ball just past the 30-yard line, sitting right at the 31 here on second down. 5 to go.
Snow Canyon has a 3-point lead. They're facing a second down. Shouldn't it be 2nd and 10? They got it 2nd and 6 or something. Maybe screwed up.
Maybe we're moving some things down because remember he ran the ball. It got right back to the line of scrimmage. So I
was like, wow,
I was
they're
as
really
confused
getting
as
some
they
home
were.
cooking.
I was as confused as they were. I'm sitting here with just a confused look on my face. I don't even know what to explain how it's with what's going on. But yeah, they ended up moving the chain back down. Smart move. 2nd and 10.
Well, the umpire put the ball forward about 4 yards.
Listen, it's the first game of the year for the chain gang, too, okay?
That's true. That's true. The chains just weren't lined up accurately.
That's right. That's right. Well, back at it here again. 2nd and 10. Snap is away. Smith looking to pass. He's got pressure. Nope. And we've got ourselves a false start.
False start on the Warriors, so it'll be 2nd and 15.
That's going to bring it right on back even more.
Well, you expect, to see a few of these in the first game, and this is just not the right time you want to see it here in a close ball game. Now you're back 15 yards from a first down.
Mm-hmm.
Could make things a little bit challenging here.
Absolutely.
So Paidu was within 7 of Manti. I don't know if that's changed at all.
So on 2nd and 15, you got 3 receivers near side. Smith, running back, goes in motion. Pressure on top of him. Gets away from him. Gets away from 3 of them. He's got a lot of room in front of him. Gets the pass downfield. Open receiver. Got him. Got him.
Wow, Caden. How did Smith get out of that? He had 3 guys to avoid and then have to get out of consciousness to look downfield and find him wide open.
Downfield, open receiver. Got it to J.T. Westbrook. Maybe the biggest play of the night there for the Warriors.
Wow, Caden. How did Smith get out of that? He had to get out of those 2 tacklers. It almost looked disastrous, but, man, he did a nice job getting avoiding the rush and getting it on top.
Now Snow Canyon all the way down at the
And that takes him down 25-yard line as they're pushing into Stansbury territory. A little bit of a bobble there. Pressure getting towards him. Has to get rid of it. Dumps it away.
Oh, it's
nearly
intercepted.
Picked. No.
Oh, I thought he had it.
Oh, almost did. It bobbled. you had one guy bobbling it with the quarterback, with Smith, and then he throws it down and has the attempted interception bobbling it as well.
And
a flag on the play.
I think he tried to throw it left-handed.
He did throw it left-handed.
I was like, wow. But it looks like we got a lineman downfield on the play, so they're going to get a 5-yard penalty, so that'll move the ball back. That almost had disaster written all over it.
Well, and that's such an easy penalty to pick up for these linemen on these plays where the quarterback's scrambling.
Well, they expect the ball to be gone, and they're just going downfield to block, and unfortunately they down a little too early.
Yeah. So here we go again on a 1st down and 15.
Ball's at the 30-yard line now.
Mm-hmm.
With the ineligible man downfield.
Snap is away. Again, a higher snap, keeping better control of it this time. Going up to the middle. Does he have him? No! Nearly there.
Ooh.
Dropped.
Boy, it was a great effort that time. He laid out trying to get to that ball. The ball was placed actually pretty well. He did have some pressure, Smith did, but just missed him in the end zone there. That would have been Jimmy John's highlight of the night right there.
Could have been. It could have been 2nd and 15. Trey Vaughn could not bring that one in, and he laid out for it. It was just about as well placed as it could be. Maybe if you could bring it another foot inside, that's a different play.
Yeah.
And with the pressure in your face like that, it was a really well done play, just could not finish the execution. Snap is away, dumps it off across the middle. Passing down for about a gain of 8 or so.
Yeah, that's Esplin on a little middle screen there. It's a nice call, great play call. So they got half the yardage back. So it brings up 3rd and manageable here. And they might be in a position where they might just go for it because they're inside the 25-yard line.
Yeah, you gain 8. You have 7 left to go here on 3rd down. keep pushing forward, get into the red zone.
Both leads are slim. 10.5 left in this one. Big third
Smith.
down, 7 now for the Warriors.
Set up with man in motion. Bobbles that one as well. Takes it himself, finds a hole, and he goes forward all the way down, rolling to the 10-yard line. It's enough for a first down, and now it's 1st and goal at the 10.
Man, Caden, you almost have a heart attack watching the center snap, and Smith's bobbling the ball as it plays live, and then he breaks a tackle. Just a good hard run, and has the consciousness just to get upfield and pick up the first down.
And now this is a moment where coaching is going to take a look at what's going on here on this drive. Every single snap has been high.
Yeah.
That is something they're going to work on in practice. They'll take the center, they'll take the quarterback and just them and put them in the situation where they says, just snap the ball. Repetition. Got to get it down a little bit here. Better snap right there as he hands it off to Esplin, who goes forward, gets 3 yards before he's stuffed up and brought back down. It is 2nd and 7.
Yeah, Esplin doing a nice job. They're just trying to find a little crease between the guard and the center there. Found a little one for, like you said, 2-3 yards and bring up 2nd down and goal. So we're now down to just about 9 minutes left in this game here.
Just under 9.5.
This is a big drive right here.
Absolutely. So again, 2nd and goal from the 7. In motion. Keeps it himself, going up the middle. Not a lot of room to run there. Gets right back down. Yeah, he does get right back down to the original line of scrimmage. It'll be 3rd and 7.
Yeah, that's just well defended. I'm a little surprised they run the jet sweep into the short side of the boundary. They need to go wide. Give your guy a little bit extra field to work with. But who am I? I'm just a color guy.
Yeah. What do we know?
Yeah.
What do we know? On 3rd down, 3rd and 7. And 3rd and goal from the 7, I should say.
And Smith in the backfield. The slot man for the Warriors is
big play right here, kid.
Yeah, watch out, Trayvon right there, line up at the tight end. It's going to be play action reverse. Taking it to the far side, JT Westbrook. He gets a block from one of his receivers, pushes forward, taken down at about the 2-yard line.
Boy, he took
got
a shot,
hit
too.
hard. Wow.
Got down about the 3-yard
reverse,
line. So
taking it to the far side, JT Westbrook. He gets a block from one of his receivers, pushes forward, taken down at about the 2-yard.
They've already been stuffed at the 2-yard line on a turnover on downs in the first half. Looks like they're going to go.
Might as well.
Gain of 4 on the play will bring up 4th down and goal at the 3-yard line.
So here we go, 4th and goal. We're going to take a timeout. And Snow Canyon feeling the hype. They're feeling good right now as they take the timeout. Brought to you by UD and Associates. We're going to take one ourselves. The Snow Canyon leads. Trying to extend it 9-6 here on the Fan Sports Network.
Fabulous Freddy's is the locals' choice for a full-service car wash. It's fast. Have your car washed in just 20 minutes or less. Fabulous Freddy's always keeps it clean inside and out with 2 Southern Utah locations as well as in Vegas, Lehigh, and Sandy.
Hey, it's Marco from Coral Canyon Golf Course inviting you to play the course with the best backdrop in Southern Utah. Make sure you get out and experience great golf for a great price at Coral Canyon. Visit coralcanyongolfcourse.com or call us at 435-688-1700 for your tee times.
Create your own relaxing, comfortable space. Boulevard Home offers the guaranteed best prices on furniture, appliances, mattresses, and more. And buy with no interest financing. Shop Boulevard Home, because home is who we are.
Today's game is brought to you by Appliance Wholesalers Plus, Buck's Ace Hardware, Dealer Collision, and Finley Subaru.
9-6, 4th and goal, sitting right there on the 2-yard line. Joe Max Smith getting ready to take the snap. He does. False start.
Esplin moved forward. He can move laterally, but he moved forward.
Took a step.
So now it's going to be 4th and 7. I wouldn't be surprised if they kick the field goal now.
Yep. Go at the kick unit.
Well, it looks like they're not going to bring the kicker in, which surprises me a little bit.
Yeah. Well, you're giving them 8 minutes. 8 minutes 12 on the clock. If they don't convert here, that's a lot of time.
Yeah, no, you
for
only need a
Stansbury to
field
run.
goal, yeah.
Yeah, just a field goal to send this thing to overtime, potentially. They're taking it. There's a snap. Pressure coming right at him.
Got it.
There's nowhere to go. Taken down all the way down to the 20-yard line.
Boy, you got to love the way that the defense just came flying through there for
Wow.
Stansbury. Smith had no time to get rid of that ball.
None at all. Yeah, that was an impressive defensive stance there from the Stallions. Well, with 8:06 left to play here in the fourth, and a fresh set of downs here for the Stallions. A lot of room down the field that Snow Canyon has to keep them at bay from for the next 8 minutes. A lot of room to run.
Yeah,
a lot of room to go.
We got a good one, Caden.
We do.
8 minutes left here.
Well, in 8 minutes, you can eat a lot of time away in the next 8 minutes right here and not give Snow Canyon a lot of time. If Snow Canyon does a good job of keeping the defensive front up, then it's not a problem. But again, going running it. Good stop.
Wow. He took a shot, the running back did. It looked like a ping, a pinball out there.
That's Hank West out there on the big stop, big number 50.
Boy, that was almost the hit of the night there.
Yeah. Took him down to second and now 11.
We saw a nice hit from Stansbury on that reverse the last drive, but I think that was the hit of the night.
That had to have been. That was phenomenal. Second and 11. Here's the snap, looking out. Going up with it, gets a receiver. Gains about 8. It should be now about 3rd and 3.
Yeah, that's his go-to receiver there. That's number 1, Luke Rich. They found his number a lot this second half. I think that's like his 6th catch here in the second half. So brings up 3rd and very manageable, 3 yards.
Yeah, they're going to give him 3rd and 2 here.
Let's see, Dearden, he's not in any hurry. He takes his time in the huddle. And we're under 7 minutes now.
Yeah, it's become, again, this Stansbury team has become very good at moving this ball forward.
Yeah.
They've been managing it well. See what they do here on a snap. They're pushing it forward. Keeper. It's enough for the first down. Fighting his way for a 4-yard gain.
He got hit right at the line to gain for the first down and then lunged forward. So he got an extra 2-3 yards on it. So great run by Dearden.
It's a good twist in there.
Yeah. I haven't heard the twist for a while.
On a fresh set of downs here. Ball sitting now at the 32-yard line.
Caden, don't be surprised if they try to do that one-on-one play, do the throwback here.
Yeah. They run it forward again here. Gain of 3 or 4.
Yeah, again, just a nice little hole between the guard and the tackle off the left side of the line. They're getting a good push up front. And so, again, 2nd and manageable here. Wouldn't be surprised if they try that rollout right throwback to the left side here, the wide side of the field.
Yeah.
That's kind of been their play they like to go to.
5:40 left to play in the ball game.
2nd down and 6 for the Stansbury Stallions.
2nd down here, Dearden. Again, taking plenty of time here, and they've got all the time in the world to try to get downfield. 5.5 minutes. Fakes it, looking to pass. There's a hand in his face. More pressure his way. Finds a way.
Room,
There's plenty of room on that far side. He's going to take it right out of bounds. But you get the first down. Clock stops, but you get the first down.
Yeah, but that shows the athleticism by Dearden. He looked downfield. He wanted to go across the middle. That was closed off. Cuts it back to the right side, gets upfield, and picks up a good 15 yards. So right at midfield with 5:19 left here in the fourth quarter.
We got ourselves a ball game, absolutely.
Stansbury's driving, yeah.
They are. 1st and 10, Stallions. Here we go. Dearden takes the snap. Looks to hand off. He does. Handoff going far side. That's way more than 10. Takes it down for about 15 yards before finally getting down. Only one man to beat. Couldn't beat him.
Boy, they got outside of the tackle on the right side, and there was a huge hole. I mean, you could have drove a Mack truck through that thing. And the running back got
that's
10
way
yards
more
off
than
the field before he
10.
got touched.
Takes it down for
Then he
about
got
15 yards before
upended and got another 5 yards.
So again, that gives them now a fresh set of downs again. This time at the 35-yard line, well into Snow Canyon territory already.
Caden, you're seeing some hands on the hips for Snow Canyon. They're like they're a little
Fatigue.
tired up there.
Little fatigue. This is that point of the game.
Different running back in there. I think that's Peterson.
Snap taken, keeping himself as Dearden. He's got a hole up the middle. He's grabbed around the waist and thrown down, but after a gain of 5.
Yeah, good. He just gets tied up and then lunges forward and gets a couple extra yards. So, again, real positive play on first down. And we got an injured Warrior. That's number 52 down on the field, holding his, looks like
his arm and his elbow, yep.
Yeah,
I believe that this one is Andrew Castro.
Yeah. He's a captain for this year.
He is. He's a big part of this team. He's holding his side more than anything, holding his ribs.
Yeah, he might have taken a whiplash shot or something to the ribs.
It's a rough go.
He's had a really solid night, wreaking havoc in there tonight, but they can't afford to lose those interior linemen.
No, not at all. So now a second and 5 to go here. 4:32 on the clock. Snow Canyon, this is that point right now where if you let them game too much more, now you're putting them into field goal territory, which could tie this game up. So this is where the stop has to come if you're the Warriors.
Yeah, between here and the 20, anything inside the 20, that's trouble because, they could milk this clock all the way down, score in the end zone, and have no time left. So they really need to stiffen right here if they can come up with a big play.
So second down 5. Dearden takes a snap, looking to draw, goes up with it into the end zone.
Oh,
not there. Wow.
He went to Rich. I thought he had him. He had two guys right there together, which you don't like to see. But they've run that same play a couple times tonight where they've had a couple receivers there. But, man, he almost came down with it in the back of the end zone there, Caden.
That was close. It was very close. So now with third down 5. Again, this is what we talked about. The Warriors just have to continue to stop here. If they stop on this play with 4:15 left to go, Stallions are going for it in some way. So at this point, no matter what, the Stallions at least have 2 more plays left within this set of downs.
And I think that's
that they're going to go for.
They ran that pass play. They're like, look, we'll take 2 downs to try to get 5 yards.
Yeah, 2 downs to run it. They're going to take a timeout anyway, which is probably a good idea. Make sure that you're set on what you want to do for the next 2 plays.
Yep.
So with 3rd and 5 and a timeout taken, we're going to take a break ourselves. 1 minute. We'll be back right after this. 9-6, Snow Canyon leads. 4:15 left to play on the Wilkinson's House Lighting scoreboard.
Whew. Got a good one. Look at that Morgan score.
Yeah, that's rough.
At Great Harvest, we believe in crafting more than just bread. We provide crisp, garden-fresh salads and savory sandwiches. Everything from garden-fresh ingredients to our signature handcrafted bread. Our friendly staff will guide you to find a meal that will leave you craving seconds. At Great Harvest, we truly provide something for everyone. And don't forget our baked goods. Satisfy your sweet tooth and finish your meal with a brownie or cinnamon roll. Come visit us at Great Harvest.
All right, we're coming back. Again, it is 9-6 here on the Wilkinson's House Lighting scoreboard. Welcome into the Fan Sports Network, your Boulevard home game of the week. This has been a defensive battle.
It sure has, Caden. They bring in, they meaning Stansbury, bring in another lineman to go on the left side here. They're going heavy on that left side.
Low snap. It's pushed up the middle. It's stopped. Gain of a yard, maybe. That'll give him a yard.
Got a yard, so that brings up a 4th down and 4. This is the play of the game right here.
Absolutely.
Boy, they didn't hide anything there, did they, Stansbury? They just said, we're going to out-beef you and try to push you backwards. And it didn't happen.
So on 4th and 4, Stansbury, if you're the Stallions, you just keep on pushing forward with that run game. It didn't work there. They have 2 wideouts, 2 backs.
I'll bet they're running it, kid.
I bet they're running it too. Look for these middle linebackers to go stuff the middle. They do go handoff. They're going to the side. Catches a hole and gets through for the first down.
Boy, what a cut by the running back. He was stopped behind the line of scrimmage, planted that outside foot and got upfield. Picked it up by a clean yard and a half, so they get another set of downs. What a run.
Wow. What a run indeed. Wow, that fresh set of downs again. Now that gets them into field goal territory here. You're looking at, you're still looking at right now it'd be a 41-yard field goal or so.
Yeah, if you're Stansbury,
it's a long field goal, but you can make it work.
You just want to keep pounding the clock. I mean, we're down to 3 minutes.
Go out to the near side, and they get into the Red Rock Real Estate red zone.
That's Luke Rich on the catch. They do a 5-yard out. He picks up 2 more, so 2nd down and 3.5 to go as they just keep bleeding that clock. And what you do is you keep that potent offense from Snow Canyon on the sideline. It's been a great play-calling half for Stansbury because they've only had the ball, Snow Canyon, twice the whole second half.
Yeah. They got it down pretty far, but they got held up on that 4th and 1 with the penalty.
Yeah.
Became 4th and 6, and then it was a sack in the backfield, and they lost everything there. So here it is now 2nd and 4. Dearden rolls out to the right side, looking to pass, goes out wide open. No one around him at the 10-yard line. Gets past to the 5. They'll stop him at the 4.
How do they not cover him? Luke Rich is wide open. He's at the 8-9-yard line, just standing there. Not a defender, probably within 10 yards of him.
No, he stood there. He built a house and claimed the land as his own. And
I think he set up, had dinner.
He definitely did.
Well, that gets him inside the 5-yard line down to the 4 with 2:14 left here, Caden. I don't know about you, but if I'm Stansbury, I am pounding the rock.
Absolutely, which, hey, if they get it inside, you got 2:14 right now. If they could get it in on one play, that could give Snow Canyon 2 minutes to get the ball downfield. Timeout, of course, taken. We'll just keep it right here during this Union Associates timeout. Want to thank them for being a great sponsor. If you want great service and rates on home, auto, life insurance, call Luke today at 435-251-9102 for a free quote. See how much you can save.
For those who are watching the stream at home, it's not an earthquake. It's just the Snow College students, or Snow College. Why do I keep?
It's like your 3rd time tonight
Snow Canyon student section just shaking the whole press box. Sorry.
Yeah, they get into it here. Pretty good student section. Good turnout here after their first week of school. They're back at it.
Also, another update: Manti has struck back, and they now carry a 34-27 lead over.
So we go on 1st and 4.
All right, here we go. 1st and goal from the 4 for Stansbury.
Okay, and I look for them to go off. Well, they're going heavy on both sides.
They're going heavy on both sides, absolutely. They're going to go handoff, going up the middle, a gain of a couple.
Boy, they got a nice push there for a little bit, but Snow Canyon doing a great job initially after the first hit, just clogging things up. So 2nd down and 2 from the 2.5-yard line. Got 1:50 left in the game.
The yardage needed in half. 2nd and goal from the 2.
So here we go from the 2.
Stand right here with 1:40 left in the game and a 3-point lead.
Stansbury again stacking that front line. Going to keep it himself. Dearden spins, gets in there. That's a touchdown.
Yeah, he's in. My goodness. What a hard run by Dearden. He just spun off of the initial tackler. And just like that, they take the lead 12-9.
Wow. Good play there to get him in for the score. 12-9 now.
You don't want to give up the go-ahead score, right? But
big spot to be in right now if you're the Stallions, just to get up. 1:28 left to go. Having that second play did everything for them because now Not a lot of time here for Snow Canyon to get back downfield and make anything happen. And it's far enough up. Minus, I will say, if they don't make this field goal here, it could be a field goal game to tie it up. But this could put it to where they need a touchdown. It's up, and it looks like it's good. It is good.
So just like that, Stansbury goes up 4 points. So now Snow Canyon does have to have a touchdown to win this game.
They do. 1:28 left to go. Quick break. When we come back, the final drive, what could be the final drive of the game, here on the Fan Sports Network.
Nets on Fire is the place to hoop in Southern Utah. Elevate your game with group or individual training with elite coaching. Hustle to netsonfire.org to learn more and see why so many rising stars hoop at Nets. Nets on Fire, building champions on and off the court. Everyone loves local sports and, of course, loves ice cream. And the best ice cream on the planet is Handel's Homemade Ice Cream. Open late every day of the week with dozens of delicious flavors. So after your favorite team wins, head over to Handel's to celebrate with locations in St. George, Layton, and Woods Cross.
Again, congratulations.
Again, 1:28 left to play. Stansbury takes the lead here late in this ball game, 13-9 on the Wilkinson's House of Lighting scoreboard. Quick scoring update: Hurricane falls short to Mountain Crest, 35-20. From what I've seen, it was actually a pretty solid ball game from Hurricane. There's a lot of potential there, and that's at the very least that's good to see. We like to hear that.
Glad to see him scoring some points too. So some positives to come out of that one. Well, Caden, if you're Stansbury, you want to put this in play, or do you want to try to put this in the back of the end zone?
I'd just say put it in the end zone.
Yeah, because that opening kickoff, they almost broke it. So they just do a little pooch.
They go short with it.
Oh, there's
a flag on the play.
Must have been a delay or something. Yeah.
Well, now you really got to get a boot into it, don't you? You can't just lazily kick it like that, or they're picking it up all the way at the 30.
If you're going to do that, you almost want to aim for one of the dead corners.
Yeah.
Where there's space, in between.
Try to aim for about the 43-yard line over here.
Yeah, or between the 30 and 20 if you can land it in there. Or squib it past them, but. Yeah, that's the thing.
Just over the head of that guy right there in the middle and put it, like you say, maybe right around the 30 even.
You don't want to give Snow Canyon any additional yardage if you can.
So with 1:28 left to go.
With 1:28 to go.
Here we go. Here's the kick. And it's a roller.
A squibber.
Taking a bounce with a hole right up the middle, taking it down all the way down to about the 48. Still inside Snow Canyon territory, but there's some pushing and shoving going on. No extra flags thrown for the extracurriculars, but it will be a first down for the Warriors.
I was right in front of us, and number 44 for Stansbury got a little excited about a pancake block that he got. But, man, what great field position if you're Snow Canyon. You got, 43 yards is all you need to come up with, or 53 yards is all?
That's it.
In a minute 22, that's a ton of time.
To go that far, you got plenty of time. We've seen before here at Snow Canyon, granted this was maybe 2 years ago or so, they got into the end zone in 2 plays from the 50-yard line.
Yeah.
So we've seen it in high school football before. When you got this amount of time, that's a lot to be able to get in.
A ton of time, yep.
3 receivers going across the middle. It's picked. No! He drops it.
Gosh.
He drops it. Nearly intercepted.
Smith did not even look. He stared right at the receiver, and number 23.
We don't have on our roster, sadly.
It hit him in the wrong place, right in the hands.
Yeah. Wow.
Man, that would have sealed the game right there.
That would have. Wow. What a play.
Wow.
So we go 2nd and 10. Here we go. Low snap, picking it up off the ground, rolling back out the other way. Room to run, maybe even throw. He pushes it up the middle and decides to go for it. Gains 5 yards. Clock's going to continue to run. They're going to time out here. Coach Esplin takes the timeout.
Yeah, but if you're Coach Esplin, you want Smith to just throw that ball away. He cut it back in the field, and this is an inexperience right here from the quarterback. It's his first varsity game. He's got to learn time and place. That ball's got to go out of bounds to save the clock.
Yeah, if you don't have anyone upfield, Save the clock as opposed to the 5 yards.
Yes.
You can get those 5 yards back later.
Yeah, live to play another day.
Yeah. And save your timeout.
Yeah.
Save your timeouts.
Well, Caden, we got a minute 7. 3rd and about 5. If it's me and I'm coaching, I'm Coach Esmond, I'm just trying to get 5 to 7 yards. Get a first down, get a fresh set of downs, get you inside the 40. Then you start taking your shots at the end zone because you got still a minute left. I think that's the way I would go at it. But they may try to go for it all here on this 3rd down play.
Absolutely.
I just hate to see a lot of pressure come down to that 4th down play if it should fall to that.
Most of the success that they've seen, too, has been in kind of that short passing game. He's hitting his targets. Let's see what he can do here. Goes across the middle.
Oh, is it picked off?
It's picked.
Luke Rich.
Oh, and he dropped on the ground, but his knee was on the ground, so I guess it doesn't matter. But that was no one in sight. Intercepted.
Well, there was pressure up the middle. Stansbury got really good pressure coming off the ball. He was in Smith's face, which caused the throw to go high. And Caden, that's what he had in the first quarter, is those balls going high, and it came back to bite him.
Yeah, it does. You've got to settle down in these high-pressure situations. Beginning of the game, in your first varsity start, a little bit of pressure. They were going high. Final drive, game on the line, it starts to go high. So it's the thing that you can't practice for, though. That's what's tough.
You can't get your scout team or your JV team to
give you that pressure.
Yeah, to come up with that.
It doesn't work in practice. It's an in-game situation that you have to practice in-game over and over and over again. And that's why sometimes these sophomore quarterbacks who start out there and by the time they're a senior, they just have it. They're okay. And this is just some of those growing pains. Get through it now. So maybe by game 2 or 3, as they just take a knee and they'll knee this one all the way out to the end.
Caden, I'll tell you, the other thing I'm really impressed with is Dearden on Stansbury's side, the quarterback for them. He played a much more controlled game in the second half, and I think by the coach's play calling, he slowed it down for him, and that allowed him to relax, and you started to see his athleticism kind of take over.
Yep. Well, Stansbury's going to take this one away, 13-9 here tonight. That'll be the final now. Big win there for Stansbury, where 13 points all in the second half, keeping Snow Canyon scoreless in the second half. It was basically just that, a tale of two halves.
Yeah. Well, and I think what you saw is Snow Canyon got a little bit tired in that second half. I don't know, size-wise, they're not as big as Stansbury. And you saw Stansbury wear them down.
They did. We'll take a quick 30-second break. When we come back, we're hopping into the Johnson Pediatric Dentistry post-game show. Stick around. More on the other side here on the Fan Sports Network, where Stansbury upsets Snow Canyon 13-9.
When it comes to your child's teeth, Dr. Cody and his experienced staff at Johnson Pediatric Dentistry are game changers. So when it comes to checkups, a toothache, or any problem with your kid's teeth, call experienced veteran Dr. Cody Johnson at Johnson Pediatric Dentistry, 628-0511.
You hate to see that.
All right, we'll come back. Again, your final score, 13-9. A low-scoring game here where Stansbury gets the win over Snow Canyon. We want to welcome you into our Johnson Pediatric Dentistry post-game show. And thank Johnson Pediatric Dentistry, Dr. Cody, who makes your kids feel right at home. Johnson Pediatrics always has a new patient special, cleaning, exam, and x-rays for just $79. Give them a call, 435-656-0511. Let's take a look back at this one, Keith, here, where, again, we kind of talked about it right there as we're wrapping it up. It's a tale of two halves.
It really is. I mean, Snow Canyon, it's what could have, should have been for them that first half, with those two turnover on downs, one inside their own 3-yard line, the other one inside the red zone. So there was 2 scores there they probably could have scored on. But then you see the defensive changes that Stansbury came up with for the second half. That and the play calling was the most impressive I just thought the coach from Stansbury put his fingerprints on this game and really controlled the second half and kept that offense off the field.
Absolutely. That was really just it. There was only, three total drives, one of them ending short after the interception right there at the tail end.
Yeah.
So ultimately, you're right. It comes down to the defense keeping the offense away from the ball, keeping the offense from even getting on the field. So,
Yep.
and really it comes down to that very first drive of the second half for Stansbury, where they just slowly work it all the way down, and voila, there you go. You get yourselves a touchdown, and now it's a 6-9 ball game.
Yeah, they came out and they said, okay, you know what? We're going to punch you in the mouth, basically, and you're going to try to stop us. You're going to have to stop us, and they didn't. Snow Canyon didn't, and that's the recipe they used for the whole second half, and it worked to perfection for them.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, you know what? The Stallions, who again were maybe not the favored one here, but we knew this one was going to be tight. They were able to go in here, get the win over Snow Canyon. Snow Canyon has a lot to be proud of, though, from this game. A lot of good things went well. A few things that they're going to look back on. Number one, you just lost one of your top players in Archie Threlfall. First play
of the game.
Yeah. And he's going to be out for quite possibly the rest of the season based off of, just from what we're seeing. News runs fast around here. They're thinking it's an ACL, but, of course, they'll
know
take
more tomorrow.
a closer look at it later, and they'll know more later. But for right now, that's kind of what they're thinking. And so you lose that. That's tough. But now you kind of know what you have at some of these positions after one game. You know what Joe Max Smith brings to the quarterback position. You got Esplin as a good second running back who's doing well behind Reynolds.
Yep.
And JT Westbrook is back to action like he was last year, as well as number 2, Cale Johnson.
Yeah.
Who both of them had some amazing plays, and so your receiver room is looking well.
Yeah.
The blocking up front was okay. There were good moments. There were some not so good moments.
Right.
But again, first game of the year, you just got to get it out of the way.
I'd like to have seen a little more of an established running game from Snow Canyon.
Sure.
But I'll tell you what, Caden, I was impressed by the size and the speed that the Stansbury came in with.
Yeah.
Their line was giving Smith problems all night long. They were in his face, pressure. He had to improvise, even throwing left-handed one time as he was scrambling to get out of the way. I was impressed by their D-line. But you're right. Snow Canyon has weapons that are there, and I think a little more seasoning, a little more time, they're going to start clicking, and you're going to start seeing big plays happening. You don't get those 2 turnover on downs, and this is a 21-13 ball game.
Right.
So it's a whole different game.
It absolutely changes a few things. We saw some big plays. We saw some big moments, though. Few big hits here and there, some good chunk yardage plays. There's definitely a lot to look back on and be proud of for sure. But let's be honest, in the world of football, you don't necessarily look back at the things you did super well outside of maybe personally. You're like, hey, that was at least a nice play. That was all right. But you look at it as a team and you think, all right, we just got to continue to work on these things. What are the things that we continue to work on here? And for me, if I'm Coach Esplin and I'm heading into that Snow Canyon locker room on Monday for practice, I'm sitting down with them. We're watching over some of this film. And one thing I'm doing is looking at the coverage right now on defense. Some of that just flat coverage where they either sag off or they're coming in one way or the other. They think maybe it's going to be a handoff play, so the corners start to come in, and they leave a receiver wide open.
Yeah.
Out there on the sideline.
Or maybe it was a busted coverage. We don't know.
Yeah,
right?
maybe that's the case too. But either way, coverage is left open while the quarterback still has the ball, and you can't let that happen while he's still in the backfield. It's tough. As a defensive player, you're thinking in your mind, all right, should I rush up to him so that I can be there to stop him so there's no gain, or do I lag back on my guy I'm supposed to be defending? That's a tough decision to make.
Sure.
I get that. I get that mindset, but there's going to be drills. On Monday, there's going to be some drills to figure that out.
Well, and I think the other thing, too, is they're going to want to talk to their linemen and say, look, you guys, this is what we got this year. We can't get tired in the fourth quarter. We saw hands on hips. Yeah, it was hot out there tonight, but there's going to need to be a little extra conditioning because there's going to be bigger teams that come in here that they're going to play, and they're going to try to push them around, and they're going to have to, sock them in the mouth like they did in the first half.
Yeah.
So it's there. We're talking about one possession, one play. You clean that up, and you got a victory. So there's not a lot of things to hang your head down on. You just build on it.
Yeah, for sure. Jersey Mike sub of the game. I'm going to go with Cale Esplin here. I think that he brought in a lot of life behind Max Reynolds, and I feel like at least on the offensive side, he was a pleasant spark to see in this game. I didn't know much about him coming into this one. We didn't see as much from him in the past. So for me, this is one of those guys that I'm kind of excited to see what he does. Yeah, as he was coming out as the RB2.
It's a good call. You could have gone, Cale Johnson, but I think Esplin is a great call there.
Yeah, and Cale Johnson as well. I mean, he might be I don't know, maybe he's our Findlay Subaru star of the game as well. Maybe you look at him as that one just because he did have some big plays. I think for Snow Canyon, he is our Findlay Subaru star of the game.
I would agree. Yeah, that's the way I was leaning.
We got Cale and Cale.
Yeah.
There you go. There you go.
Throw him in a soup. There you go. We're good to go.
throw him in a soup. Put him in a salad. We got Cale. I'm sure they've heard that one before.
I'm sure they have.
I'm sure they've heard
Not
that
hail,
one before.
but Cale.
We got Cale. Final thoughts here before we wrap this one up tonight from Snow Canyon High School.
Okay, and I think, the season is so young. There's a lot of bright things that you can take out of – you may have got a loss, but there are a lot of bright things you can take from this game and build on.
Yeah.
So I expect a lot of things to be worked on, and you're going to see later on in the season a lot of these bigger plays. You're going to see them more explosive. I think it's really positive for Snow Canyon.
Yeah.
Stansbury, you're going to see that kind of an effort all year long, and you're going to see them in the playoffs.
Yeah.
And that's playoff football. Smash mouth. Mix in a little pass, play great defense.
Especially down the stretch.
Yeah. It's going to be a dangerous team. You don't want to play them.
Absolutely. Final shout-out to some of our great sponsors. Best Friends at Animal Sanctuary. You can go take a tour, and it's great for just a nice little weekend getaway. So go check them out. Go to bestfriends.org. And shout-out to, again, some of our other great sponsors, Findlay Subaru. You can go see the all-star lineup of Subarus on the saving side of the freeway or online, findlaysubaru.com. Thank you for joining us here on the broadcast tonight, everybody on the Fan Sports Network and inside of our Boulevard Home Game of the Week. We'll be with you again next week. Couple of games here for Region 9 broadcast, so just keep checking in on the Fan Sports Network. Become a Fan Sports Network insider so you don't miss out on that. We're going to be sending you links every Thursday to all of the games.
Yeah.
So become an insider over on the website as well. With that said, we're wrapping it up here. Thanks for joining us on the Fan Sports Network. See you next time.
Night, everybody.